Welcome to EquineEdge Live. I'm Scotty McKeever from Irvine, California, and it's been a while. It's good to see everybody here in the chat. Wow, you guys are early and awake and ready to go. We've got Monmouth Park coming up soon, but we're covering Gulfstream Park, Laurel Park, and Woodbine. Of course, we'll sprinkle in a bunch of other tracks as well. I hope you guys are doing good. It's so good to see you guys. John, my man, Justin, Oldie, Jared, Razor, what up, my brother? And all you guys in here. Let's see who else is in here right now. Ace, what's up? John, my man. And good to see you guys. Jen Ochoa. Man, Jen, you have been active on Twitter. You go. Andrew, what's up? I know, Andrew. I'm starting to feel really good. We are, by the way, we have some seriously good momentum right now going on at EquineEdge. I don't know if you guys have seen. The site's running super, super good. Shout out to Brad and team and Ryan and everybody. I'm sure I'm missing a lot of people, but everyone's doing a good job. Anna, fantastic. Riley, Amy, our team is really doing well right now. So hopefully you guys are seeing that. I might show you some sneak previews on some stuff. We're going to have will pays and probables hopefully for you next week. Cross your fingers on that, but it's looking really good. So super stuff right now. Going on at EquineEdge. We've got racing at Gulfstream Park. Monmouth just went off. Ellis Park is coming soon, but we're going to go to Gulfstream Park and maybe we'll do a pick five. I've eliminated some horses I didn't think would be competitive. So, but I did not really handicap, so we're fresh. So we're just click on the pick five like we do. And if I'm a little rusty, it's been a while. We'll get into a rhythm and we're going to show people out there how you can handicap fast. I've got, by the way, you guys know early on I was saying I wanted to get to 2 entries for the NHC. Well, I've done that. And the last one I qualified for, when I tell you I handicapped in 20 minutes, put my picks in, left, came back, and I don't know, 400 something people and won fairly easily. And I just don't think, I know you can't do that with anything else. And that's the reason why I created this. So I was able to put in my picks, go enjoy my day with Anna, and then come back and I wasn't a slave to it. That was the point, because when I first started handicapping years ago, you guys know what I mean. Like I'd handicap 12 hours in a day. Then I would watch the races, and it took so much of my time, my family's time, my friends' time, my time. And now I can be more productive and still enjoy the game. So that was the point of it. And we still have a lot of work to do, but hopefully you guys are seeing that this is coming along pretty nicely. Chris, what up, my brother? Good to see you. Kent, Mike in the house. Patty Cakes, what up? And a couple of new faces. Eric, what up? Scotty, that I don't recognize. We're going to get some winners for sure. All right, so here's what we do. We obviously, the way I use the ticket generator is there's a lot of different ways I can handicap. Like if maybe something's not working, then I'll change up. So I will show you guys. You should take a coaching class, by the way. If you haven't taken a coaching class, seriously encourage you to do so. Just go to www.equinedge.com and then click. It's easy. We even have a Spanish class as well. Alfredo's doing the Spanish class. Oldie and Justin do a class as well as I do a class. We have 4 classes per week. So you too, Jotham. Thank you so much. So go to those classes and you will learn so much. Honestly, it's only a maximum of 20 people in each class, and you'll learn a lot from that. It really helps, especially if you're new. It can be just like anything. It can be confusing for sure. But what I like to do is I like to sort the EE morning line. And I can tell you that usually one of the top 4 or 5, depending on how many horses are in the race, will usually win the race. And then it matches up here. If you did that here, watch, I could just go like this and eliminate these 2 horses. And then maybe what I would do is go, okay, because the EquineEdge morning line is 4-1, 14% on this one horse. And I'll just go like that and I'll lock the race. Now the system has to use those 4 horses. So now I'm going to go here. Now, I could dial this in a little bit more if I wanted to put more time in, but it hit the try. The EE picks did. Yeah, see. I'm telling you, if you guys are new, like, give it a chance. Like, if you take the time to learn and understand, I'm actually really thinking about doing like a campaign around. We don't get it a lot anymore, but we do get a lot of people, or some people, saying, "Hey, I'm unsubscribing and I can't win with it." I'm like, well, any of us ever blame the racing form when we lost, right? How many times? Never, of course. Oh man, I lost. I'm never using the racing form again. You just didn't do that. And I think that people expect something different from EquineEdge. What they don't understand, it's a more advanced handicapping system, but it's not here to tell you what to do. It's not a tout. Even though we have picks here, they're just algorithms. So they're there to help you and guide you. You still have to make your own subjective decisions. Okay, we'll talk more on that a little bit later. But here, when I'm looking here, I'm sorting the EE morning line. Now that's just one tool. Don't get caught up in just the EE morning line, because its job is to predict what a horse will go off at. Okay, but when I do this, I see a wide open race. Now, I want to cover these two as well, so I'm going to try to get them in here. I don't know what's coming up in the next 3 legs, though. I'm hoping I can find a single, because I've already added 3 horses to the first 2 legs. Okay. So I'll come over here, and I'm going to look at the one. It's 10-1 EquineEdge morning line. It's only 6%. It's not an EquineEdge pick, not a long shot. And you see, in 4 tries going 7 furlongs in the dirt, the horse has no wins. Faced a 53 group, not bad. And it also has a low GSR. So the system's not using it anyways, but I'm going to get rid of that horse, at least on the win end. That's so true, Graham. Hey, Jared. It's so true. It's so true. I'm telling you, if you put in the time to learn, sometimes people can be a little complacent or a little bit lazy. If you just take the time, I promise you, there's no way. Those of us that have been doing this, we know that there's no way we could handicap without this. There's just no way. I would quit horse racing altogether. By the way, remind me to talk to you guys about the horse we just bought. We created a new company called Equine Breeders. I would love for you guys to follow. It's at Equine Breeders @ Equine Breeders. And there's a horse in there that we bought at the last sale, at the OBS sale in Ocala. And this horse, we narrowed, I think it was 1,100 horses down to 3 horses, and got the one we wanted. So completely happy. And we got this horse that we're going to call Galicia, which is a town where Anna's family is from in northern Spain. So yeah, check out the video on there. I posted a video yesterday, and then also the original one, but a beautiful, beautiful colt, and by midshipman, and he's just getting to the track now. We're just kind of jogging him, but he loves being on the track. Super happy and beautiful. Okay, so we've got 3, 5, and 6 here. This is a situation where if you somehow could take this race and take these 3 and find a single instead of just using these 3, this could be the difference between you winning and losing. Now, obviously, the win percentages are showing that maybe this race is really wide open, so you would have to find something here, find an angle, and I'll show you. So this horse, okay, so this horse has had a couple of layoff lines in a row, but it doesn't mean it's not ready to go. If a horse had a big pace advantage here, and it doesn't, there's literally no pace in this race, which means the 5 horse can be closer to the pace. And this horse hasn't burned money, goes to a new trainer, actually goes to a much better trainer. Vasquez jumps aboard. I'm going to take a risk, and I'm going to single this 5, and then I'm going to be done with my handicapping. That's it. I'm just going to let the system do the rest of it. That's it. $80 play. Yep, exactly. It's exciting. He's going to race at Gulfstream Park. Everything, hopefully goes smooth, but he'll be at Gulfstream Park. So here's the ticket: 1, 5, 6, 7 with 1, 3, 4, 5, 6 with 5 singled. So I forced the system to use a horse in the first leg that it wasn't using, 2 horses in the second leg. You don't want to make too many changes. One of the things that we encourage people to do is find a race where the system is using 4 or 5 horses and force the single, and then just press regenerate, and then it just seems to all come into place. But I wouldn't make more than 3 changes. Otherwise, you're just disassembling what the ticket generator already gave you. Okay. Also, in case you don't know, the ticket generator is always going to lean towards the top win percentages. Why wouldn't it? That's the best algorithm that we have, right? So just what did it pay, Jared? Horses are at the gate. Okay. Thank you, Ace. Okay, we're gonna watch this race here at Gulfstream, and let's go to it. And good luck in this race number 1 here. Here's the opener from Gulfstream Park.
Just about ready, Noble Dreamer, and the opener. Tracks are fast. We're set for a start. Racing at Gulfstream. From the inside, it's Demurley who gets the first call and fires to the early lead. In the center, Sponger has speed, and Hialeah Hottie splits them. Noble Dreamer is going to land a good spot. 4th toward the inside. She gets ahead of the favorite Dancing Doll, and Heir to the Roar is last. Into the far turn they go. The leader is Demurley by half a length. Sponger is second. Noble Dreamer is an in-hand and racing well third. 4th at the inside, Hialeah Hottie, then Heir to the Roar, and Dancing Doll is last of all. She'll look to follow Noble Dreamer as they went 21-3 for the opening quarter. 4 wide. Here's a blitz from Heir to the Roar. Perez not caught off guard with Noble Dreamer. She went right with her. Noble Dreamer now takes the lead from Heir to the Roar. Second, Demurley's back to third. Dancing Doll wheels to the center. There's an 1/8 of a mile to go. Heir to the Roar on the outside. Noble Dreamer toward the rail. Heir to the Roar doing the better work at this point. Back to second is Noble Dreamer. She just checked the touch, but they come to the finish with Heir to the Roar clear at 7-2. Heir to the Roar is in front. Demurley battled on for second. Noble Dreamer third. 4th was Dancing Doll in 56-3.
All right, so that's the horse we wanted, right? To get that 6 horse in there is pretty cool. That's a great way to start, especially when you have a 3-2 and a 9-5 shot. And look at that, the 6 horse. Here's what's crazy, and I missed this starting the show late. You got that, Travis? All right, 6 win, but look at that. This is interesting. 40% win percent horse, 3-1 on the EquinEdge morning line, and it's the EquinEdge long shot. Justin, that's the type of horse. I don't know if Justin's still here, but that's the type of horse, Justin, that you always single horses like that, right? I mean, look at that. 40% win, 3-1 EquinEdge morning line, EquinEdge long shot. Like, I don't know that I've ever seen. You did single that horse? I knew it. That's your type of single. Absolutely. I use too many horses, honestly. Oh, you did call that horse out? Where was I? Why didn't you text me? There's going to be an objection, but that's, yeah, on the 7. But that 7 was never beating the 6. And it did, well, did the 7, oh, the 7 did lose position to the 1. It's possible. Hey, Richard. It has been a while. It's good to see you. Let's see here. We'll take a look. I don't know why they're showing the beginning of this race, because the objection is in the stretch. Oh, there's an inquiry now. So they did make it an inquiry. Not really sure. The jockey probably got a little bit excited and cut in a little bit, but all right. So now Justin is going to have to fight off this inquiry. It absolutely, well, it could have, it really, that's too bad the 1 got second. Otherwise, this would be a slam dunk. But I think we have to see now how bad it was. You think so, Jeff? Kathleen O'Connell's going to train Cindy. No, well, I wish they would just. We need to see the stretch. I don't even think the pan. We already saw the pan view. I don't think that's going to help. I think we need to see the head on. No, we don't want you to go anywhere, Chris. Come on, let's get this 6 in. 7-2 is a great price. 40 on a 40% horse that's also EquinEdge's long shot. Damn it! I honestly am like, I didn't see that it was the same horse, the EquineEdge long shot and 40% and 3-1. You see, one of the things you guys have to learn, and many people know this already, but all these algorithms are different and they look at different things. So when they start matching up towards one horse, all right, on the left-hand side, oh, I got to switch. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on here. Okay, there you go. So if we look at the head-on, oh, no. Come on. Absolutely not. If they make this change, it'd be so disappointing. It really will. I don't see it. Yeah, it really is, Jeff. Okay, let's look at this one more time. Oh, man. I say you got a 75% chance, Justin, but I'm with you. I don't think so either. The jockey was a bit dramatic. It's not, for sure, Andrew, but it's not about the 6 winning easy. The problem is the 7 got third. That's the problem. That's the problem. Yeah, that's the problem. Now, for some of you that played my ticket, the 1 horse was 7-1, and we had the 1 in that. So, but I'm rooting for the 6 to stay up. I know Laurel. We'll just let Laurel go by. I think that this is too important. This 6 horse and this race. So we'll stay here and watch this all the way.
Ladies
through.
and gentlemen, as a result of the inquiry, the stewards will take no action. The result stands as posted.
There we go.
6-1.
All right, it's all good. No sweating.
Returning to the winner's circle, the winner of race number 1, number 6, Heir to the Roar. Owned by Just for Fun Stable, trained by Ruben
Patrick,
Sierra.
what's up, Patrick?
Runner Jose Morelos. Bred by the owners, Just for Fun Stable.
All right. Beautiful. Okay. Now, Laurel's already gone off. Let's go to Belmont race number 2. I know we can't show you guys the video. We don't have approval for that. But, yeah, it was, Travis. It was a WWE flop. The jockey was pretty dramatic there, wasn't he? All right, Belmont Park. I have a note on the 2 horse. Just the note says big drop in SOR and had 0 excuses. And this is the EquineEdge top pick. Now, it's got a big pace number. But this horse, look at now, when people ask me when I say a horse burning money, okay, you want to see a horse burning money? This horse was 42% to win last time out, had the lead, and gave it up, and lost by 9 3/4 lengths. That was a LeBron flop. That's exactly. Just watching soccer in general, it is unbelievable to see how these players flop. I mean, they are Best Actor awards for sure. The World Cup was funny. For sure. You got this on your own, Travis, believe me. You don't need that. It's right here. I'm going to show you different ways of using the tool as well. I want to make sure. Okay. All right. So what I can do now, which is cool, is at least we can play the sound of this Belmont race without me showing you the screen. So all right. Again, this 2 horses burned a shitload of money. This when I look at this 5, this horse is facing similar competition, but it's going from 2%. The last time it had a good win percentage, it ran good. But the problem is if you look at this horse, it needs to be near the pace, and it has no speed. This is a really hard one to judge because but I do forgive horses that if you look at the odds that this horse has gone off at, and if you look at the win percentage, no need to hate on the horse. So now you're looking at a horse that's the second EquineEdge pick, 22%. What you have to decide is, do you trust this 2? And I have a note on this too. I honestly would probably throw out the 2 personally. Again, this is totally subjective. Even though this is a short field of 5 horses, this isn't exactly an easy race. And then when you look at the 4 horse right here, you see, look at the SOR, 44. It barely won against a 44 group. And look at today. Today's a 52 group. So it's definitely up against it. But Englehart takes over. The horse has had a layoff since September. Really, aside from the layoff, this 3 horse, the EquineEdge long shot, is a horse you should probably give a close look to, and gets 117 pounds with the bug aboard. The 2 just keeps stopping, Jeff. And then when you look at the 1 horse, you know, one of the things you want to look at as well is like how big is the field? And if you look, face 5 horses, 6. This horse is not running away. All right, so I'm going to turn it up. We're watching. The 2 should have an easy lead, but it'll probably stop. I personally would bet the 5. What's up, Traveler? Oh, you guys can't hear it, huh? Okay. I wonder why you guys couldn't hear that. All right. It's because on that tab, I thought you guys might be able to hear that, but okay. So you guys didn't hear that entire race call? So it came in 2-5. I don't know who got third, but it came in 2-5. Let me know if all of you didn't hear it. I had the volume up. No, you couldn't? Okay. All right. Good to know. I obviously can't show the screen. 1 got third. All right. Let's go to Woodbine because we can show that race. And there's a look, this race is wide open. What I like to do in situations like this is I want you guys to picture this. Thanks, Chris. Unless you guys love this horse. The 2 is an example. It's 8-5 EquineEdge morning line. But it looks like it. Remember, the EquineEdge morning line's job, as well as the odds maker's job, the morning line odds maker, his job is to predict what the horse will go off at. So just because you see that we have this horse at 8-5 does not mean that this is a horse that you want to bet. It's only 27% to win. I say only, you got 12% here, 19% here. What's better value to bet? Better to bet this horse at 2-1 that's 27%, or bet this horse here that's 19% at 7-2, right? So just remember that. Like, you're looking for value, and also look at this horse. This horse is a 73% chance of losing. 73%. So just be careful. Don't get caught up just because it's the top win percentage. This is why we have all these metrics here, not just one. Okay, GSR jump. Okay, good. Thank you, Justin, for that. So Justin's really good about looking at this stuff. So you see what he's talking about here. This horse has been off since December of last year, and it went off at almost 5-1, and it broke from the rail and broke last, and it checked, was never a factor. Hence now a layoff, and now it's going from here's the interesting part. It's going from a 48 SOR down to today a 36. That's a big drop in class. Then it's going up 9 points in genetic strength rating, which goes back 3 generations of family. And it's telling you from all of our metrics are for 1 to 100. So it's telling you that there's a likelihood that not only is this horse facing easier, but it's also bred more to go this distance on the turf, beyond the turf. And if you look at the GSR Plus grid, you'll see, look, well, it's actually fairly simple. It looks like this horse just wants to go a little bit longer. That's what it looks like. So the 8 horse at 12% and going on the turf for the first time off of a layoff, the win percentage is at 12%, which isn't terrible considering the top win percentage horse is only 27%. Like now, if we look at the favorite, you see the horse is facing similar, maybe a little bit easier. It's going from 19% to 27%, and 63 GSR is the same. This is a player, no question. Not saying it's not a player, but it's not, it's not all that. And then when you sort the GSR, the 2 horse also has the top GSR. Now, but did you know that top GSR wins 25% of the time? So you could just use that as almost a win percentage algorithm. Our top win percentage wins 36% of the time, and our top EquineEdge pick wins. Now, these are complete different algorithms, of course. It wins 35.5% of the time, but it has a higher payout. Okay. The EquineEdge long shot wins 15% of the time. It's in the money 33% of the time. So you can find some value there and get some big trifectas or exactas. So pick 5 starts in race number 2. We'll do that. And we'll stay here for this. Now, remember I was telling you that that you got a field of 8 here. You can pretty much narrow the EquineEdge morning line. You can look at this. The 3 horse, not in the EquineEdge picks, not an EquineEdge long shot, 10-1 on the EquineEdge morning line. Okay. And I mean, this is where, and look, it has a low GSR. This is where you can, when we would use past performances, what do? We are influenced by the odds makers morning line. So if you see 3-1, you're probably throwing it in. But if you're playing a horizontal and you just throw in horses, it could cost you. So I'm not saying the only reason not to use the 3 is because it's 10-1 on the EquineEdge morning line, but it does have a low GSR, and it's going from 8% to 13%. GSR is low. It's facing much easier. This horse is, I mean, it fits within this group, no doubt about it. It does. Now you sort the pace, right? What's up, Colin? Now, if you sort the pace, you see that the 1 horse from the rail is going to send, and there's some value, but it just continues to stop. But look at the GSR. It's going from a 42 GSR to a 58 GSR. It's going up in win percentage, and it's facing easier. And there's nothing that great in here. This 1 at 16-1 could be first, second, or third. So they're going into the gate. Let's watch that. 1's an interesting horse anyways.
And the last 2 having their second lifetime starts, Astapovo.
David Harrison, what's up, my man?
It's a fluke.
Are there mandatory payouts at Belmont today? Let me know if there are mandatory payouts. We'll look on the dashboard.
They're all in
and
locked up.
Good call on that. You're the one we should be asking. You're the guru at New York.
And they're off, and a little bit slow. Seattle down unders back to last, and second last 4K Force. Winning the break is Tasman on the inside, joined quickly by Astapovo deep on the track.
That's a note you should put on this horse as well.
A couple away in third is Smokin' Holiday. It's a fluke on the outside, and back on the rail 4K Force. They got away from them a length and a half. Seattle down under now chirping up on the outside to join the main pack, and 4 lengths away is Street Serenade. A similar margin last of all is Chairman Layla. With a healthy lead is Tasman by 3 lengths.
Okay.
Astapovo second, a length and a half to in third placing. It's a fluke. And on the outside, Seattle Down Under coming forward 3 wide, and it has not had a breather. Just behind them is still Smokin' Holiday and a length away. 4K Force off the rail, a long distance second. Last, Chairman Layla must be 8 behind the field. And last, Street Serenade as they head for home. And now they've come after Tasman quickly and Astapovo. And on the outside, it's a fluke. Make a line of 3. And right behind them coming through is Smokin' Holiday. And down the outside of the track, starting a run again, 4K Force, but it's Astapovo and Tasman still in front. Tasman fighting on tooth and nail on the inside. Astapovo trying to go by. A couple away as it's a fluke. Tasman, Astapovo, they sling at each other. And on the outside, Astapovo trying desperately to get the upper hand. And it's still neck and neck to the wire. Tasman narrowly in a foot over Astapovo. A very tight one. Back third as it's a fluke. And then Street Serenade, a foot over the win, 1:15.74.
That was a hell of a horse race, wasn't it? All right. So we got to put a note on that one. Might have been best. Right? Checked up numerous times. Now, I don't think by the end of the year, but we have built about 3/4 of an EE stable. So you'll be able to not only put notes on horses, but you'll be able to track them as well and where they're at, when they're running, that type of thing. Thank you, Stephen, very much. It's good to be back. All right, so let's go to Belmont real quick and let's see what we're dealing with here. So the pick 6, right? So if we go to dashboard, let's see if we show it. We've had some issues here on this, but let's just see. Okay, pick 6, upcoming carryovers. Belmont race number 4, pick 6, $138,000. That comes up in 53 minutes. Watch what you can do. You just click on it, and it takes you straight to the race. Okay. I've had many people, new people especially, say, I didn't even know the dashboard existed. Where we are having issues, but we got to beat on it now. I think we figured it out, and it should be fixed going into next week. And that's the current pick 4, 5, and 6 pools. These aren't accurate for sure. I apologize for that, but I'm guessing by next week this will be finally fixed. Now, these price plays. If you don't know anything about these price plays, you might have seen the money bags, right? For Saratoga, yeah, I understand. What's up, Tony? These price plays, we'll click here and you'll see the money bag. That's what they are. And what that is, believe it or not, we have 10 long shot algorithms. You have news? What news? I love news. Be careful. I like to gossip. So if you give me too juicy of information, I'm going to share it with everybody. So price plays here. You see that? That's what the money bag is. And there's 10 different algorithms here. Now, the EquineEdge long shot is the best algorithm. Wait, you hit the late pick 5 at Belmont on 4th of July for 21K? I didn't see that. Did you put that on Twitter? The favorites won. So, okay, I love that you brought that up because I saw somebody on Twitter, Chris, bringing this up. And this is what I'm going to tell you. So, as you know, our top win percentage wins 36% of the time. But favorites, those favorites over there at Saratoga, they averaged 420 payout. Our top win percentage is hitting at 36%, all tracks with a payout of $5.10. Okay? Just something to note. Congratulations, Tony, though. That is fantastic. I love to hear that. Love to hear that. That's fantastic handicapping. David, I can't wait for Saratoga, Del Mar as well. I remember 2 years ago, you guys remember the show I was doing in the morning? What were we calling it? Like Del Mar, morning coffee at Del Mar or something like that. That was so much fun. And then going over and doing the show in the mornings and then the simulcast over at Del Mar 2 years ago or 2 seasons ago. I enjoyed that. I can't believe that Del Mar is around the corner as well. $450. That's a great ticket. So anyways, that's what these money bags are. They're algorithms. Now, I want to say the average win percentage of these algorithms is about 13%, but they're in the money about 30% of the time. So you can find some bombs in here. I mean, I'm seeing horses 80-1 coming second, third. So that's what it's for. Don't get caught up in just betting them to win. Okay, if you click on these eyes, I don't know if you've seen these information buttons, click on them and they'll tell you what each of these is. What can be hot? You will see the icon next to the following item: hot tracks, jockey, and trainer. What makes a track hot? Tracks are hot when our top win percentage horse or EE picks have won 37% or more of the last 16 races. Now, that's not either or, they're just separate. That's why you'll see the EquineEdge pick is hot. So if we look here at tracks, watch. So Gulfstream Park, over the last 16 races, the EE top pick has won 8 of them. So, you know, maybe it's like a roulette wheel where just because red hits 10 times in a row does not mean it's going to hit again, right? But you can, it is an indicator that, hey, there's a track hot. At Laurel and Ellis Park is 44% of the win percentage algorithm. Okay, so it's not combined. Hot jockeys here, hot trainers here, and you can scroll down. You can look. Like you can see that Michael Trombetta over at Laurel Park, he's got a horse, and he's got 2 horses in race number 5, and he's won 43% of his last 16 races. So Michael Trombetta is on fire. And again, you can click on it and go straight there. All right. Yeah, the squares, exactly. No, we will for sure look at that. Yeah. Yeah, we will for sure look at that. You know, especially we got David Harrison. You guys you know who David Harrison is, right? You guys know who he is? I mean, he only won the NHC 2 years ago. We met a little bit after that, and we've been friends ever since. But David, one of the good guys too. Not only won the NHC, but one of the better guys you're ever going to meet. Okay, let's get out to Hallandale, Florida. Want to make sure that we don't miss the race. So I'm like right now I'm on a different screen that you guys can't see, just so I don't miss it. So StreamYard has done some advancements. So they're doing really good. So we've got Gulfstream Park coming up probably in about 3 minutes or so. And let's take a look. Now I'm going to show you a really quick way you can handicap. Okay, watch this. We're going to start with you can see that there's really no pace advantage here, and there's no pace whatsoever. So a lot of times I like to take the better jockeys. So if we look at like the jockey trainer combination or just the top jockey, you'll see that, you know, Miguel Vasquez, Edwin Gonzalez, both at 17%. Then you can look at the jockey trainer combinations as well. And you can see that Edwin Gonzalez got off the 2 horse who's now since been scratched. Okay. So for Ralph Nix. Now the Ralph Nix horse with Edwin Gonzalez is also a price play. And then that's separate though. The EquineEdge long shot is the 4. So remember I was telling you there's 10 different price play algorithms. So anyways, the 6 looks like a horse that's got to be reckoned with. But what I also like to do is sort the pace number just to see if I can get a feel for, you have to look at the post, you have to look at the horse's style, but when you look at the pace, you look and see that it's really hard to read what's going to go on. Like, is what I think. And now this is where we get in the jockey's head. The jockey looks at the 3 horse and what does he see? Do you think that this jockey knows that he can get the lead? Probably not, because the horse's style is to come from behind. But when you look at this jockey, he knows he's sending. So I think it's pretty clear that the 5 is going to send. And look at the horse is going from a 62 SOR to a 54 SOR. Here's the problem that I have. Look at this race here over at Delaware. This horse faced a 54 group like today, was 30% to win, and had a 62 GSR. Today's a 55, had an easy lead and lost and got 6th. I think this horse has a breathing issue, and you couldn't pay me enough to play this horse, but I think he's going to have the lead. Nailed it. Oh, nailed it. 33-1. Oh, wow. The 1 horse, so Justin's like, why is this horse getting so much action? 62, It's facing a 54 group, 12% to 35%. 50. I love this one. I don't know, why are we seeing it? We usually agree on horses, Justin. I think the horse sits a really nice trip. I think the 3 and the 5 are going. Maybe even the 1 will kind of go. It's 7 to 5 on the EquineEdge morning line. I think the 5 is going to stop. The 3 I don't think is going to send. So the 1 will probably be sitting in the second position. I like the 1-3 exactly here. Although I think you're going to see the 6 horse. Look what the 6 did against a 44 group. It won pretty easily. Then it moved up to a 52, and it didn't run. It was 25%. Maybe this horse is kind of a money burner, huh? So all it really did was beat an easy group. That's all it did. The more I'm looking, I like the 1 a lot. And okay, so this horse is dropping big in class. The EquineEdge long shot, you can clearly see this horse faced a 62 group last time out, 70 before that, but he lost by 18 lengths. I like the 1-3. I like 1-3. I like 1-3. I don't know. Justin's been handicapping good though. So he singled that 6 horse in the first leg. But yeah, let's watch this race. I'm on the 1-3 exactly.
By time and Warp Speed, baby. Warp Speed, baby, and the second. They're at the post. And they're off. Good start in the middle for Irwani, who heads off for the early lead, taken on for the advantage by XY Time, and they get acquainted. On hold, while third is Bourbon Therapy. Away in fourth is Warp Speed, baby. The big favorite is last. A Rose for Raven spots the leaders about 5 and the charge around the first turn. Irwani leads and leads with rail position with XY Time up alongside. XY Time wants to kick on with it. Irwani will have none of that. So these two ensure a lively tempo. They're 3 better than Bourbon Therapy, who's now third. Racing fourth under a loose rein is Warp Speed, baby. And at the back, a Rose for Raven. Less than 5 furlongs to run in the race. XY Time driving forward on the outside to take a clear lead from Irwani, but he's going quick. The opening quarter was 23-3 contested.
Yeah, they went very fast early.
3 wide from the back. A Rose for Ravens on a mid-race blitz. Working between horses, Warp Speed, baby, and Bourbon Therapy gets the shuffle as they went a half of 47-1. They move now to the 4-turn run. The leader is XY Time, but no rest for the weary as Warp Speed, baby, is on to attack. Trying to cover that move. 3 wide as a Rose for Raven. Dropping back tamely Irwani, and Bourbon Therapy's been outkicked so far with 5/16 remaining. Warp Speed, baby, and Edwin Gonzalez, they have the lead, and they put away XY Time. A Rose for Raven on the outside is still in with a shot. He's only a length off the lead with an odds-on favorite Hope, and they pass 3/4 and 111-2. A Rose for Raven trying to reach Warp Speed, baby. Warp Speed, baby, turns for home. On the outside, a Rose for Raven, not by yet. From the inside, XY Time battling hard with an eighth of a mile to go. Warp Speed, baby, has the lead. A Rose for Raven with every opportunity, but he's still not by. From third, XY Time, 16th to go. Warp Speed, baby, holding firm. A Rose for Raven, one final push. Here's the wire. Warp Speed, baby.
That's really good for you, Justin,
Warp
right?
Speed, baby, would not let a Rose for Raven by.
Nice,
they were well clear of XY Time third.
Who got
144 flat.
But nice going. That's a really nice hit for you. That's awesome. So happy you got that. That's a big get beating that one horse at 3 to 5. Boom. There you go. We got our first boom. All right. Look at Justin. He's on a roll here. The jockey on the 1, though, I give him a lot of credit. He did a good job of getting that one horse to change leads. All right. Let's get out to Laurel Park, race number 3 that's coming up. But we were right about that 5 horse, and that 5 horse went off at 2 to 1. That 5 horse just stopping. We got a big pace advantage here with the 7 horse, who's also EquineEdge's long shot, and also the top pace. GSR is fine. won by 9.25 lengths last time out. And it's only been with Eubanks, the trainer, for 2 races and really improved. So nice job. Now, but this is tougher competition. Going from a 48 SOR to a 54. But when you win like that against 7 other horses, not really concerned about that. The horse is tactical, draws an outside post, has the speed. I mean, this horse is going to be super, super tough to beat. Don't like the 4 horse, clearly. The only reason I left the 4 horse here is because the horse has some speed, but it's not going to matter. I mean, 7 is going to clearly sit a beautiful trip. You have to visualize the trip. You can use the pace number to do that, and of course, the rest of the field to see their style. But, you know, clearly this horse looks good. The other horse is very interesting, is the 2 horse, Carbonite. I like this horse, has 2 wins and a third against a 52 average group. And the 2 horse has some tactical speed, can rate. It faced tougher last time out, was never expected to run good, and still ran 3rd and broke 7th from the rail. So I think the 2 horse has some substance behind her or him. This horse, the 6 horse, top EquineEdge pick, 3-2 EquineEdge morning line. And the problem is the win it got was on the lead. And it's not fast enough to get the lead here. So I would lean against the 6 horse. And this horse's form looks good. It's got a decent number. It's going from 5% to 19%. But no, I'm about the 7-2 here. Oh, you can't, Jay. Absolutely. What's up, Ken? What's up, Kenny? My man. Doing fantastic. How are you doing? All right. So we're going to get Kenny, my man. All right. There is an objection on the 5 horse against the 6. I don't see it. All right. We're going to get out. I like the 7 over the 2. 7's going to get a perfect trip. So we're going to get out to Laurel Park as they're loading into the gate right now.
Okay?
West. Let's do that.
Street Hustle. And they're off. Awkward beginning there for Street Hustle, and Carbonite with some trouble at the start. Mungo Magic set out for early speed, so too B West on the outside. They're head-to-head, not opening for long, and they burst away at a quick pace. Sponsored racing along 3rd position, followed by Far
7 broke
From,
that.
and then Carbonite, and trailing the field is Street Hustle. Heading for the far
That's
turn,
a drag.
Mungo Magic. Mungo Magic, length and a half from B West in hot pursuit. Still back there on the outside to come back for more. So B West on the outside, out of the inside, Mungo Magic. Now it is B West just in front into the turn. Another 4 lengths back. And Carbonite, the 2 pass, sponsored out of the inside. Street Hustle, second last position. Needs to come out widest of them all with 2.5 furlongs left to go. And
with that 7
is
breaking
trailing
bad.
the field, the race to the top of the stretch. B West by 4 or 5 lengths, and Street Hustle is made all the way up to 2nd spot after an awkward beginning.
How much
Into the stretch, and it's B West and Carlos Lopez. They're ridden out, rolling along by some 5 lengths now from Street Hustle in 2nd. It's far back. The sponsor trying to hang on to 3rd, and Carbonite there on the outside with a 16th left to go. B West is much the best. B West to win by 5 at the finish. Street Hustle 2nd, and Sponsored finished 3rd, and then Carbonite.
No, it's
4th.
not, Richard. Anyways, there's nothing you can do about that. 7 broke horribly bad. 7 was much best. But that's racing. All right, let's check this out. I didn't see what the 6 did to the 5. Did anybody? Mini boom. I think it's on the right. I don't see it. None of that, there's not a good angle. I agree, Justin. Yeah, it's official already. Yeah. Richard, glass half full. Come on. You never had to worry there. Never had to worry. We got you. You got support from everybody in the chat. They did. It seems like that, Mike. No, exactly. I don't get it. I don't get it. No, it's good to be with you guys today, honestly. Honestly, if I'm being transparent about why I haven't done anything, I was just burnt out. And I was focusing on other things with EquineEdge, and I just was a little burnt out. I always knew I'm, going to come back, and also was looking at doing some different type of things, different type of shows, but just needed a little bit of a break. But it feels like home coming here and seeing familiar faces, and it's always good to see new people as well, right? That kind of pumps you up too. I miss the booms. We go back all the way to what was the show, Justin? We did in the beginning. What was the one we did? That was so much fun though. Initially, I'm thinking, oh man, I don't know if I want to do this track, but we ended up having the best time. We got 4, not the yearling, Ken. We got. So at the Timonium sale, the Phasig Tipton, we got the platform is growing. We got 4 horses. We spent $590,000 on 4 horses for John Granieri. John Granieri put them up. And then in the last sale at the OBS, we got there was only 3 horses we were interested in. Sam Houston, thank you, Chris. The Sam Houston series. That was really a lot of fun. And then in the OBS sale, we just spent $140,000 on hip number 571. You can go to equine_breeders at Equine on Twitter, and you'll see the horse we got. And I bought that one personally. Hey, what's up, Eric? Good morning. I'm in California, so it is morning. It is still morning, right? Yeah, 10:30. And so I bought that one, and we're super happy. And check out the video, and you'll see, seems like it's going to be a good horse. So yeah, it's really neat, Ken. But I'm going to be in California for a little bit, going back and forth. I think, Daniel, I'm thinking about breaking out the EquineEdge silks. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. He's stunning. He's stunning, and got a beautiful stride. He's got fairly good numbers. He's in the low 70s, but with the new GSR, you probably notice that you either see there in some of the bigger races, you'll see high GSRs, but there's horses winning stakes races with low GSRs now, which you didn't see before. We paid $140,000 for the midshipman at the OBS sale. Again, you can go to @Equine_breeders. And hopefully you'll follow us over there. And we're going to start. We're definitely getting into the breeding business, and we might do it in a big way. So let's just say that we've got some big things brewing with that. Richard Englander, my man. Richard Eng. I was calling that. I always get Richard wrong. Anyways, Richard, you guys look up Richard. Richard, what is your Twitter? Tell me your Twitter again, Richard. You gotta follow him. Horse Racing for Dummies. He only wrote the last 2. You know what's so funny, Wiz? You say that. Thank you, Doug. It's so funny you say that because it's just a lot of management. Like, the only reason I haven't done that. We're thinking about a syndicate, but there's some big investors is what we're looking at. Yeah. I've seen midshipmen run. Yeah. Let's see here. Laurel Park, the 6-horse one. That was a top EquineEdge pick. I didn't like it, but all right, let's go. What do we have? We have Woodbine coming up in 7 minutes. Let's go. Oh, we've got to go to Belmont 4 too. Okay, I'll tell you what, we can do this. So, because Belmont 4 is the pick 6. Let me switch my screen so you guys can see this. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, we're going to go to Woodbine first. No, it's not. No carryover at Belmont. I thought there was a carryover. There you go. There we go. He's the man, guys. Like literally the man. Like horse racing for dummies. And I mean, so bright, so smart, and just a better human being. So there's his Twitter. And yeah, he's also great to follow on Twitter as well. I thought, David, there was a carryover over at Belmont. No? And we can still cover it. Just why do we show a carryover? It paid out yesterday. All right. Wait, there is a mandatory payout or there isn't? I'm confused. Oh, it's just a mandatory. Okay, I'm sorry. So there's no carryover. It's just mandatory. Whew. All right. I'm back with you guys. So we're going to go to Woodbine and then we'll go to Belmont, okay? There is a pick 6 carryover. The takeout jumps from 15% to 24%. Yes. But if it's mandatory, it's at 15% due to closing day. Got it. The first 3 picks, just a mandatory payout. Got it, David. I don't think I've opened up my computer, honestly, in a week. So let's see here. Are they loading already at Woodbine? No. So I'm sorry, Kathleen O'Connell. Somebody was texting me. Kathleen O'Connell is going to train the horse. The GSR on the 5 in race 4 at Woodbine. On the 5, I mean. Runaway Charlie. 31% to win. 9-1 EquineEdge morning line. It's a 90. So it's jumping big time up being on the synthetic. Whoa. That's maybe a really good find, Alan. Yeah. 5 or 6 could get the pull. Yeah, me either, Eric. So, yeah, okay. So this is a horse you seriously should be interested in. So look, there's a pick 5 here. We're going to do this real quickly. Let's do this for 120. Okay. And then look, why not? This is what I would suggest. Sort the EquineEdge morning line. And a lot of times I will, if I don't have a lot of time, I'll just cover the top 5 and then try to find a single. Like this horse is 50% on the 2. Pat's Gamble. I just want to see, okay, so it's a second time starter, encouraged along inside. It's inside again, but it's stretching out, but the GSR drops. These are scary horses. You know, I think there's better horses that you can use. I think that maybe you try to beat that horse, but you might not. But if you do, you get paid. So what I'm looking for is a single. And you've got 2 horses here. This is an interesting ticket. This is not a bad ticket. So I'm just going to give you guys this ticket. Now, if you want to put it to $100, choose between the 2 and the 7 here in this race number 5. That's what I would do. Try to beat the horse that's burned money. And the 7 looks good. The 2 looks good. This 5 horse should have the lead. This 5 doesn't look bad either, honestly. But the class of the race looks like it's between the 2 and the 7. So this is the ticket I'd probably use in the pick 5. Now, I would choose between the 2 and the 7. If I had to choose between them, eight and a half on the turf, 8 furlongs. This horse is somewhat tactical, needs to be near the pace, and it will be. This horse lost against a 54 group, then went to 44% and lost, and then lost here, and now is dropping big in class. Okay, so I'm going to recommend, it's even money though. How is this horse even money on the EquineEdge morning line? But it's burned money doing that. Like, man. Okay, I'm going to recommend the 7 for $100. It's worth it. In fact, I would actually, I won't be able to get it in, but I'm going to try. I would like to play that ticket myself. Actually, I think it's a pretty good ticket. All right, so bear with me. I'm going to change screens.
Hemlo Gold taking the move toward the line. Just a little uncertain of going in.
Okay. So 2, 3, 5, 7, 8 in here.
Has gone up. And now Pat's gamble alongside. Blinkers go on today for Moon over Egbert. Little Domi to gate 4. Sovereign Cause is next. Calusadoni with blinkers off today. There are 3 back waiting still for Calusadoni to oblige. As Sovereign Cause is settled again, and now Calusadoni is asked to come up. And goes forward and placed in. Midnight Moonshine for Ryan Munger, gate 7. Showing odds now of 9-2 in the betting. And out to 6-1. What do you mean? Got down to 4-1 as the late money continues to pour in on Pat's gamble, who's at even money. Nicely turned out. What do you mean? Outside gate,
Greg?
Field almost right. The front of the gate has been open to encourage horse 8. What do you mean to go in for this debut effort today?
I don't know where Kaz is,
now being secured from the front and back.
Hey, Jazz, what's going on?
The track to be cleared as the field is all in and locked up.
You see A 2 SOR on screen.
And they're off. And one of the best into stride is near the inside. Moon over Egbert. Little Dermy got out well. So too Sovereign Cause. Deeper on the track. Midnight Moonshine. They stack right up with Pat's Gamble slipping up the rail. And on the extreme outside, what do you mean? They're all trying to get towards the lead. Hemlo Gold is towards the back early with Calusa Donny, but only 3 lengths first to last and cutting loose from the outside. Midnight Moonshine and takes over. Midnight Moonshine establishing a 1.5 break, but coming for both Sovereign Cause and What Do You Mean rushing up into second. And now relaxing on the inside, Little Domi with Moon over Egbert between horses mid-pack. Calusa Donny the outside. Pat's Gamble got back to second last and looking for room off the inside. And on the outer, Hemlo Gold. Bit of a chopping and changing tempo, and up in front it is Midnight Moonshine by 3 parts of a length to What Do You Mean. On the inside, Sovereign Cause. Calusa Donny is 4th. Pushing up in the center, Moon over Egbert. Early on, Little Domi getting back towards the ring now with Pat's Gamble, the center. And on the outside, Hemlo Gold. Little between them as they race along as a group towards the 3.5. Midnight Moonshine still out in front. 1/2 to What Do You Mean? A length to Sovereign Cause. Coming up in the center, Moon over Egbert. And coming around them is again Calusa Donny. 1.5 to Pat's Gamble. Has some run. Needs a way through the pack. On the outside is Hemlo Gold pushing on nicely. Last is now Little Domi as they come to the quarter. Racing up is What Do You Mean to join Midnight Moonshine. And trying to run home is Calusa Donny. Out wide, Hemlo Gold. Sovereign Cause has had a good trip and peels to the center now. And Sovereign Cause and Justin Stein trying to pounce. Pat's Gamble's finishing on behind them gradually. About 5 across the track. Sovereign Cause going to the front with Hemlo Gold. And Hemlo Gold and Sovereign Cause and Calusa Donny, a line of 3. On the outside, Hemlo Gold in front. And Hemlo Gold is going on to win. Hemlo Gold first. A head bob between Calusa Donny, and on the inside, Sovereign Cause was 2nd and 3rd. And Pat's Gamble was 4th.
First play I made
146.
Today. All right, let's look at that one horse and see what happened there, where that came from. $25 to 1 EquineEdge morning line, 5% to win, 41 GSR, so it's low. It is on the stretch out. Yeah, there's just no way to see that. I don't know how you could find that horse. Second off the layoff. It did break 11th. Broke in the air, awkward break. No, I mean, from that perspective, I guess you can say the horses had trouble and this time didn't. Yeah. Other than that, that's a real tough one to find. Okay. Let's look at Belmont real quickly. There is Laurel Park coming up, race number 4, but let's see if there's anything interesting. So I put a note on this horse a couple of races ago. I really kind of liked this too. There's nobody really with a good win percentage here, which isn't a bad thing because you might find a price here because nobody can really zero in on a horse. But they are kind of looking at the 1 and 1A. And look at what's interesting. And I really like that we do this. The one horse 2x2 is 23% and the 1A is 5%. Instead of like just combining it, we're letting you know what each horse really looks like. So if you look at it from an individual perspective, they don't look that great, right? What's interesting, though, is the 1A, who's only 5% to win, is the EquineEdge top pick. So, and then if you look at the 9 horse, who's 8 to 5 on the EquineEdge morning line, second EquineEdge pick, and has a 93 pace. Oof. Which one, Jen? The one coming up here in race number 3 at Gulfstream? You need Alex. Oh, we need this 5. Yes, we need this 5. All right, we've got. Let's look at Belmont real quickly. But we got Gulfstream. We know we need the 5, and we got a pick 6 here over at Belmont Park. All right, let's get into a rhythm again. Okay. Now, when you see this, do you see what's happening here? Look at, it's using 2 horses here, 2 horses here. Usually that's just a sign that, you know, that there's some good win percentage horses. And that's what we're seeing here with both the 10 and the 9. They're EquineEdge picks. win percentage, morning lines, first-time starters. Good morning, Curtis. What's going on? Thank you so much. It's good to be here. Yeah, I agree, Jared. Look, what we do have here is we have GSRs to judge these first-time starters. We have the EquineEdge morning line. We have the win percentage. I mean, we have a lot, and we also have the pace. We couldn't do this with first-time starters before. So I think it's interesting that the 10 horse is top EquineEdge picking 8-5 on the EquineEdge morning line. And I'm kind of surprised that this horse is not getting any love. What's up, Jerry? Of course. Thank you so much. Okay, so you want to pay attention to David. I'm only using the number 4 first-time turf and number 7 in the 4th. Okay, so Dave is just using the 4 and the 7. So he's not even using the 9 and the 10. Woof. All right, well, for me, I'm just going to do that. All right, let's see if we can find a single here. So Belmont Park, you have this first-time starter getting bet. Now, it's because Irad Ortiz is jumping aboard. Is that the reason why you want to play this horse? I don't know. It does have a good GSR. That GSR wins 25% of the time. Is this another wide open race? So I would look at the favorites to see if they're, oh man, see, I couldn't rely on a horse like this and for nothing. No way. I know it ran good last time out, but these horses very rarely put them back to back. And it's shortening up in distance. 7 furlongs, 6 furlongs is a big difference. So it's cutting back. This one could definitely get over bet. Lawful, this horse, yeah, look at 3 times the favorite burn money. It seems to cause a lot of issues for itself. You want to get a price here, so I don't like just using horses like this, but I don't think we can rely on that. So we have to hopefully find another bet. This is an interesting horse. This reminds me of a Justin play. It's the EquineEdge long shot, top pace number by what? Does that 34 points? Jeez. It's got a good record. I mean, there's no reason why this one couldn't go gate to wire in a wide open race, mind you. Now, of course, you have a horse like this that runs good. The very next thing that's going to happen is this horse is going to get bet. Just so you know, these horses lose more often than they win. They do. That doesn't mean this horse won't win. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying they do. But an interesting horse here is the 3. As far as the 9 horse goes, I don't personally like horses styles like this. I mean, this horse is going to come from the clouds. There's, 9 horses, 10 horses in this race, 9 horses. And it has to get the trip. There is no rail set, which is good for a closer, but horses like that are just not going to win very often. I mean, you have a big pace advantage here. What I would need to do is just see what is the class level of this horse. So it's, 52 is no problem for this horse. We got to make sure we don't forget about Gulfstream Park. We need this 5. 5 looks very good on the track, by the way. Okay, so you see races like this third leg here in the Pick 6 over at Belmont. These races, it's race like this where if you can find a horse or 2 that you like, that's great. I like that the system is using the 3. It's using the 7 as well, who fits, but doesn't have to win. 5 wide. 3rd off the layoff. I mean, Belmont reliable. Maybe cover 2 horses. Maybe take out the 9, use the 3 and the 7, something like that. The 9 style is not one that we love anyways. So we come over like this, we regenerate. Now we're looking at it. Now we're looking at 2 singles because of what we've done. But this horse is 4 to 5 EquineEdge morning line, 33% to win. I'm not even going to look at it. Just going to single that horse. Come over here. It's using the 6 and 10, top 2 EquineEdge picks. 8 horses, an interesting horse that we need to look at. Brisky. Okay, look at this horse. It can rate a little bit, but it needs to be near the pace. No, it actually was, 2.5 lengths back here. Oh, it's stretching out too. So you can see here on the stretch out, its GSR does drop a little bit. So it might be worth a horse trying to beat. It's the EquineEdge long shot. It's fair. Looks like an EquineEdge long shot. Up her sleeve. I think that we've got the right horses, 6 and 10. So then we look here and look at this. Singling the EquineEdge long shot, which is also the top win percentage. And we saw that already. Okay, here's the Gulfstream Park.
Angling under the clear 4 wide is Alex's Strike, and Never Satisfied is last. They make their way to the opening quarter, and the leader is Hard Bell and Jaramillo on top by 1.5 lengths. The quarter, just 23 and 2. Up to the center, Alex's Strike is now second. Sircon between horses. Pippa Delinda's along the rail. The trailer is Never Satisfied. Half a mile away, they swing to the far turn. Hard Bell's been in front from the outset. He has the lead 1.5 lengths. Second is Alex's Strike. Up to the outside, Never Satisfied is now third. That's all for Pippa Delinda. An outkick to Sircon. 5/16 remains. Hard Bell better go to work. Alex's Strike is moving now. And then Miguel Vasquez on Alex's Strike take the lead. Never Satisfied tries to run with him. Hard Bell tries to fight them off as they move by 1/2 and 46 and 3. Off the turn and the stretch drive, Hard Bell is fighting back. On the outside, Alex's Strike has the lead. Third is Never Satisfied. There's 1/8 of a mile to go. Hard Bell's very game, and he's back for more inside. Hard Bell on even terms with Alex's Strike, 16th to go. Alex's Strike, Hard Bell digs in. Alex's Strike surges. Hard Bell got up again. Hard Bell lost the lead and battled back for the money, defeating Alex's Strike second, Never Satisfied third in 123 and 2.
Wow. That's a drag. That is a drag. We had that, Jen. Looked like the 5 was going to win for fun. How game was that 6? Gosh, darn it all. Oh, God, you hate those beats. All right. What we can do is move on. All right, let's get back to Belmont. So I think this is the ticket right here. Okay, I'm going to play it with you. So obviously we're very light at the end. Now, what we could do, if you don't want to play this much, is you can get rid of the favorites. And in fact, you know what? This is what I'm going to recommend. I'm going to get rid of these 2 favorites. I'm not even playing them. I'm going to take a chance and try to beat them because we're using favorites towards the end anyways. So there we go. Now you can you can use the 5 and 6, right, in the last leg. What's up, Anthony? Yeah, I bet you did. That was brutal, Jed. God. So you can single the 6, and obviously you're looking at a $60 ticket. I would recommend that if you don't want to play 120. Understandable. Okay? Just single the 6 in race number 9. Now, I'm trying to beat the 2 favorites here. I threw out the 3 and the 7. Okay. That's not for the faint of heart. Okay. So that's, maybe play a small ticket. And if it loses, it loses. But if the favorites have won, then, that's the way you want to look at it. That's the way I'm going to play it. Let's look at the 5 horse in the last leg and see, what we think. It's 9-5 EquineEdge morning line, top EquineEdge pick. It's got a new trainer. Was claimed for $40,000 and it's in for 20. I mean, it doesn't look all that great, does it? It's going from turf to dirt, so they're completely reaching. I don't like it. It makes me like the 6 that much more. This one's burned a shitload of money. The EquineEdge second pick. I'm singling the 6. If I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. I'm good with that. And now, in the race number 7, we were singling the 3, and I think it's a good single, but we'll look at this 24% horse to see if we can find a long shot here. Belmont, if you're going to get a long shot, this son of a gun's going to get you, right? Going on the dirt. It's going up from a 62 GSR to a 71. I like that. It is facing tougher, though. It's coming back at the same level, but this group of horses is much tougher, which tells me that this horse is pretty strong. But it lost last time out. Why? And it's been off of a layoff. And it also is now facing 3-year-olds and upward when all it's done is as a 2-year-old. So that's a lot of times horses that you might want to try to beat. Okay, so we got to look at this one horse carefully. Man, I would just say this. I don't normally like horses like this. This horse isn't just facing 3-year-olds. It's off of a layoff. And it's facing 3 and up. But you're talking about a horse. And look at the GSR's drop. It faced an 80 and 82. I mean, it was in the Breeders' Cup filly. I mean, is it the same horse? It's a really, really tough call, guys. Really tough call. I don't know. This horse might be worth trying to beat. We have about 3 or 4 minutes before the race. $54. 6 11s. Let's see here. So this horse, fractious in the gate, rank, checked. I'm kind of leaning more towards this ticket here, personally. This is what I'm leaning towards. It's not conventional, but it's not fearing either. And a lot of times what we do, is we fear and pick 6s. And if you're going to get a payout, you can't fear. And you play what you're willing to lose. But if you're going to get a good payout, this is what you would do. So I'm going to do this. Can't believe that one horse won over at Woodbine. All right, so I'm putting my pick 6 ticket in now. So again, it's a $1 denomination, 1, 4, 5, 3, 4, 7, 9, 10. So again, I'm leaving out the 7 in the 3 horse in the first leg. But I'm covering 3, 7 in the third leg, which is race number 6. Race number 7, 1, 3, 5, 7. and then singling 6-6 in the last 2 legs. $120 play. Let's see here. So all right, that's the pick 6 ticket, okay, guys? And you're good. I know. I get it, Kenny. I totally get it. I'm taking a risk. Well, thank you, David. I don't play pick 6s anymore because they changed the denomination. Belmont at least is, got $1. I'm hoping they'll bring it back to $2. But and then you get on a rhythm. You do need to get on a rhythm. Just like in life, we get in a rhythm, and somehow you have to work your way towards that rhythm instead of force things. I tell you, the one thing that I have learned is that if your rhythm isn't great, just back the heck off. And I've done that. And so, but technically though, the thing that I'm trying to teach you guys right now is true about pick 6s. And that is, like, when I hit the pick 6 for $1.2 million over at Del Mar in 2011, I left out an 8-5 horse, and I think it was 7-5, 6-5, something like that. But they were 2 big favorites, and I left them out. And so I'm not even trying to tell you guys to leave the 7 out. The 7's the horse to beat. I'm just saying it's burned money. And it's 43% to win, though. Okay, it has really nice form. It's 43% to win. I don't think if that horse wins, this thing's really most likely not going to pay much. So yeah, no, you're right. You definitely have to, though, take some risks on leaving favorites out, but you have to have a reason for it. So we'll see. I mean, the likelihood, it's a 70-something% likelihood that the 7 or 3 is going to win. So I'm most likely going to lose, but I'm okay with that. I played a $120 ticket, call it a day, and poor gave him a good run. Gave him a good run. Really good run. That 7 broke slow too and still won that race. So gave him a good go. But that's the way you got to take those. 6-1 would have been great. The EquineEdge long shot got second. Luna Warrior won that race, even with a poor start. I got excited about that poor start, but the horse was just too good. All right, where should we go? You guys want to go to Ellis Park? Let's see if we can find a play here. Man, that 4 horse would have been nice to be able to get that horse to win. All right, so I'm going to show you one of the ways I handicap. Like if what I'm doing is not working, which I'm fine right now. I'm making a choice on betting, but we've had a really good meet at Belmont, Eric. As far as the numbers go, like the numbers have been pretty spot on. But watch. So watch what I'm going to do here. So I need to sort the pace first to make sure, you know, I see pace. I clearly see the 7, 4, and 3. You want to look at the horse's style. Obviously this horse needs to be near the pace, can rate a little bit, has an outside post. That's good. This horse can rate a little bit as well and has speed. And this horse can rate a little bit. So the top 3 speed horses can rate some. Now, you have to look at the SOR, which is the class, and the 3 horse is a little bit light on class. And also, just so you guys know, hey, Joe, the 3 horse just broke its maiden. Now, it just barely broke its maiden, but it beat 9 other horses and off the layoff. So that was super impressive, no question. Also, horses that break their maiden only come back to win 5% of the time against winners. It's very low. So just something to think about. So, you know, I'm not saying don't use this horse, but it's the favorite right now. But, I mean, look, if you look at that horse like the 4 and the 7, they're even faster. So just something to consider. You like Oaklawn Park, Dirty? That is one of the hardest tracks to play, especially with the weather the way it is. But I've been there one time and I loved it. Had the best time. The people there are fantastic. Has some good friends there. So, okay. So here's what I do. So I go like this and I look at the current conditions, 7 furlongs in dirt, and I look here at the current form and go, okay. So best I'm going to be able to do is probably look at 6 furlongs. And I see faced a 58 group last time out. Today's a 60. 42% last time out, 14% today. We had a 60 GSR, today is 60. So what you're supposed to expect with this 7 horse is that it's supposed to regress a little bit. Nothing is going up in these numbers. So, but it is going to get a really nice strip. And there really doesn't look like anybody great in here. But the way you look at this, it should regress. Okay. Okay. And then you look at the 4 horse, and we see 7 furlongs here, faced a 60 group. Today's 60 was 36%. Today's 24%, 68 GSR. Okay. Now, you can probably throw out this race. It faced a 68 group. Today's a 60. Way tougher. Was only 13% to win. And the GSR was down a little bit, and it drew the rail. So it's an absolute throw-out race, for sure. Okay? So you should see the best of this 4 horse today. Here's the problem that I have, is if you look at the way this race is going to play, the 7 horse is going to be pressing the 4. So what you're hoping for is maybe the 4 even breaks a little bit slow and sits behind maybe the 3, who will probably go, and the 7. If the jockey on the 7's smart, he'll just send and hope that the other horses really don't get a great trip. Okay, now we look at the 1 horse, the EquineEdge morning line, or EquineEdge long shot. Faced a 60 group. Today's 60 was 34%. With Wesley Ward as the trainer, got claimed for $50,000 by a 11% trainer. The GSR does go up. You want to look at the trouble line, half a step slow, 5 wide. So it did have some trouble. This horse got second at 7 furlongs against only 5 other horses, but over at Keeneland. So this is a decent, I can see why the system used this horse as a long shot. This is certainly a really nice long shot. So because of the connections, this horse is probably not going to get played, but I think you could probably throw out the last race, although it was 34% to win. but it did lose by 5.5 lengths. I can't throw this horse out, actually. This is the type of horse that could be first, second, or third fairly easily. Not going to use the 5 in any way. Don't see it. Now, this horse has had terrible trips, and it breaks terrible. If it was to break good, you can see that it faced a 58 group at 27%, 65 GSR, and it won. But I don't think it's going to win. But it's not a bad long shot. Okay, 5 is not a bad long shot. Here, this horse just does not look good enough. GSR goes up, win percentage goes up, facing similar. Another long shot horse. I think you're looking at the 3, 4, and 7 for sure on the win end, which isn't a big surprise. That's what it looks like to me. Let's see here. Trying to figure out a way to bet this thing. Greener pastures, the 2 horse. See, when you look at this too. Faced a 62 group last time out, 15%, and it got second by a length. So this horse just seems to, it faced way tougher 2 back. And then, so you have to go back and really look, faced a 64 group at 18%. This 2 is a player. This 2 is a player. Should sit a really nice trip. McCarthy, James Graham's aboard. I kind of like this 2 horse at 9-2. His 3 is just broke his maiden. The 7 horse has been burning money. I like the 4 to win, and I like the 2. I like a 2-4 in here over at Ellis. I can't show the race, but I like they're in the gate right now. I like the 2 and the 4, and I think the 1 and the 6 could be in the money. Oh, 2 almost. The jockey almost fell. He did fall. So the 4 broke a little slow, but that's what I was kind of hoping for. We knew the 7 would probably get the lead. 3's on the inside, and the 4 really is sitting the best trip. Wow. Look at this 5 on the outside. 7's going to hold. 7-5. 7-5-3. So the 7 did hang on. Outside post, that speed. I mean, those horses are dangerous. They just really are. And that horse just got a perfect trip. Without that post position and that trip, that horse does not win. Yeah, it came in 7-5. Okay, let's look at the what you're talking about. The last race at Belmont. Thank you, Dirty. Yeah, I mean, I didn't love it only because it had burned some money, but that post and that pace gave it a really good look. I read 1 for my brother. 1 for my brother. $61 exacta. Did you get that, Greg? All right, at Laurel Park, they're at the gate. So let's see if we can find something here. The 3's dead on the board for whatever reason. It's stretching out, and there's no reason why this horse can't run good. And we talked about Michael Trombetta, who's on fire right now, and he's got 2 horses, and they're the 3 and the 4. And okay, here's a really good stat for you. You see the 1 horse getting all this play? If the betting favorite is not the top win percentage, it only wins 16% of the time. 16%. Trombetta is hitting like 43. He's won like 7 of his last 16 races. And I think that the reason you're getting these odds is because he's never stretched out before, but certainly he wants to stretch out. That's not an issue. Why aren't they throwing this horse on the turf? Look at those turf numbers. Wow. Going long on the dirt is not going to be a problem, but we'll see here.
They're led by into the far turn run. 9-10 lengths will cover the field. Kentucky Rain going for it with speed up front. Italian War Cry getting a bit closer from second spot. Another 2, and Lady Ensign now on the move from third. Gold Rush Hottie comes under pressure, and back to How Sweet She Is. To see Connie's Dance suddenly's dropped back to second last, almost last, indeed last now. Connie's Dance, no fire, and pass to the outside by Haint Blue. 3 furlongs left to go. Italian War Cry from Kentucky Rain. It's 3 back, and Lady Ensign is in third. How Sweet She Is, followed by Haint Blue, who's next in line, and Gold Rush Hottie and Connie's Dance. Into the stretch with a quarter of a mile left to go. Italian War Cry breaking away under a drive by sub-3 lengths from Kentucky Rain in second. How Sweet As She Is, and Haint Blue down to the inside.
You know, this 3's not going to run good right now, but I think an important stat to remember,
Haint Blue's firing along
and
now.
this is
Here
going to
comes
come in,
Haint
looks
Blue,
like 7-2-2-7, but and the 2 is really running nicely, even though it's not changing leads when you get the win.
Italian War Cry, Haint
But
Blue, Haint
an
Blue
important
got Italian
note,
War
and you
Cry
could
to
get a
win it.
long shot.
Close third there, How Sweet She Is.
And that is, and I'll show you. We talked about this. So first the 1 was the favorite, and then the 6 was the favorite, but they aren't top win percentages. So what you can look at, I threw out the 7, but the 2 ended up winning. But what you might get a long shot there then. So if you're playing verticals, it might be too late with horizontals unless it's the first leg. But is that you would try to beat horses like this. So first of all, look at the EquineEdge morning line on the 1. It's 5-1. It's only 13% to win, right? And then this horse is 9% to win. So I'm just saying, like, and these are your favorites. So it shows you that they didn't know what to do, but they're going to lose 84% of the time. So just something to think about, and then you might spread in a race like that depending on what you're playing. But let's get out to Gulfstream Park. Let's handicap. So clearly there's 2 horses in here that will be on the lead. That's the 1 and the 6. Price play on the 6, which is also EquineEdge's long shot. 9-2 on the EquineEdge morning line. So we want to look at the favorites and see, are they vulnerable? EquineEdge top pick. This horse had the rail last time out. Well, it was 2 turns anyway, so that shouldn't matter. Wide, needed the race. Certainly needed the race after a 10-month layoff. This is the type of horse that needs to be on the lead. And I imagine the 1 horse from the inside is going to send as well. I would have to suspect that the 3 horse, the EquineEdge second pick, is going to improve a lot. I think these horses have, I don't know that I fully trust them. I'd probably lean towards the 4. I like it. I like the EquineEdge picks. I would say 3 and 4. And let's take a look, and we'll watch this race. Race 4, Woodbine soon? Okay. I'll be right back.
The horses are at the gate. It's now post time. Lot of gap moving in. Race number 4, Cacciatore is favored over the Great Caesar and Starship Skittles. In the line goes Red Tiara. That leaves the Great Caesar to complete the line. They're in the gate. And they're off. Very poor beginning for the Great Caesar. She leapt in the air and spotted the leaders about 5 lengths. Was an excellent start for Red Tiara, who heads off for the early lead. Angling off the inside, Cindy Lou Who. Cacciatore is a bit deep, and Gustav moves up on the outside to take second. Second last early is Starship Skittles, and after the messy break, the early trailer is the Great Caesar. In the run around the first turn, Red Tiara gets a very easy lead. On top here for Meneses by 2.5. Gustav is second. Cindy Lou Who is third at the inside, followed fourth by Cacciatore. On hold in fifth is Starship Skittles. She's improving a touch while angling for a run. Headstrong, Starship Skittles in the orange about 4 lengths behind. The trailer is the Great Caesar. The leader is Red Tiara. 4.5 furlongs remains for Red Tiara, who's on top by a length. Gustav is second. Cindy Lou Who locked in third. Up on the outside, Cacciatore. Starship Skittles is covered up behind rivals here through a 48-second half mile. The trailer is the Great Caesar as they have less than half a mile to go. With the advantage, it's Red Tiara. She's been left alone a long time. She's on top at the 3 furlong point and on top by 2. Gustav is second. Cacciatore begins to make ground while 3 wide third from Cindy Lou Who in fourth. Panici hard at work on Starship Skittles, not getting much of a kick. The Great Caesar tries to go by her as they run to the top of the stretch. 3/4, 1:12 and 2, less than a quarter of a mile remains. The leader is still Red Tiara. From the inside, Cindy Lou Who. Cacciatore sweeping up on the outside. Starship Skittles is back to last. There's an eighth of a mile to go. Cacciatore rallies forward with Red Tiara down at the rail. Cindy Lou Who. 3 chances here. Cacciatore for the lead. Racing break back at her is Red Tiara. Cindy Lou Who at the rail. Cindy Lou Who surging late. Cacciatore, Cindy Lou Who. Photo!
The one.
Cindy Lou Who inside, Cacciatore outside. Red Tiara's third, 141 and 2.
One horse got it. Cindy Lou Who. That 4 horse lost by a nose, just was not good enough. Who broke bad? Let's play a pick 5 at Belmont. I'm playing with you guys. I love these first-time starter races. David, who did you... I know you said the 4 in this race, but I don't even think you were using the 9 and the 10, right? I'm wondering why David liked this horse so much. We know it's fast. There's a couple reasons why we know. 1, it's a top pace number. 2, this gate drill here on June 30th. You see that? Oh, shit. I'm sorry, guys. I got to switch screens on you guys. Okay. So top pace number for the 4. And then you see this bullet drill from the gate. All right. So that's an indicator that the horse has speed. Then you confirm it with this pace number, our pace number. Oh, the 7 did? Thank you. Thank you for that. You're alive to the 9 and the 10. All right, let's get it on. Is the inquiry on the 1? Man, they're having a lot of inquiries. 3 out of the first 4 races. Oh, the start of the 7. All right. All right, we have 8 minutes before this pick 5. There's not a lot to do. Now, normally, I don't like horses moving up in conditions that, like this horse is, although the competition is pretty similar. Are you leaving us, Justin? But you can see the SOR on this horse is 54. Today's 54, 14% to 20%. So, and it was off a layoff. And it's tactical. This 6 is going to get a really nice trip. The horse on the lead is going to be the 4 and the 8. Now, the 8's going to get a nice trip. The 8's going to get a perfect trip on the stretch out. But 6 should get a... Okay, we'll see you later, Justin. I would imagine the 6 horse gets a really nice trip. So I'm not going to spread here. I think we do a small ticket. All right. So $40 play. $40 play. Yeah, I like this. We're going to, Wiz. That'll for sure happen. We'll have that. And the cost to breed to a sire as well. We'll have that as well. All right, so I'm putting in my plays right now. Pick 5 over at Belmont. Thanks, Wiz. Thank you. 3, 4, 7, 9, 10. Okay, 3, 4, 7, 9, 10 with 3, 7. So this is my pick 5. 1, 3, 5, 7. 6, 7 with 6. All right, I'm in. So I played this ticket you're looking at. So you have to kind of watch the pulse. My picks have been fine, but I've been getting a lot of seconds, or my horses have been breaking bad. How'd you know, Chris? You know me very well. I played it 4 times. That's so funny. That's actually a good idea as well, Mike. I like that. Well, that's actually a really good idea. I'm going to put that one down. Hey, Curtis. I'm afraid to throw it out too, because every time listen, it's legendary how many times I've left out the EquineEdge long shot on huge plays, and it's cost me like a ton. Let's just put it that way. So I don't know why it's using the 11. I missed that. Damn it. EquineEdge long shot first time starters are absolute filthy. You ask anybody. I automatically threw this out because it was 1%. That's a bit scary, honestly. I can tell you I'm going back in there and I'm adding that 11. Yeah, I remember that, Chris. So there's no way of knowing, Curtis, why the system is using what it's using. What I can tell you, though, is that it's looking for not the EE morning line, but the odds makers morning line and looking for horses 6-1 and above, which means it could have used the 7, it could have used the 4, it could have used the 3, but it used the 11, which is crazy. We got that, Indy, over at Monmouth. So that's really interesting that it could have used the 3, 4, and 7, but it used the 11. Super interesting. And the EquineEdge long shot wins about 15% of the time. I would argue with you that with EquineEdge long shots, it wins about 20% of the time. I haven't run it, so I don't know the exact number, but for sure. Yeah, trainers only 4%, Randy, but we know how good the EquineEdge long shot first time starters are. I do like the 6 horse, Tony, in the last. I do. I really do. I like it a lot. It's the EquineEdge long shot. It's top win percentage. It's 2-1 EquineEdge morning line. These are the types of horses that Justin and me, we talk about all the time, that these are the ones you have to take a chance and single on. So it's still a 20,000, maiden claimer, but it ran a good race last time out. And maybe they figured out the issue, whatever it is. Maybe they figured it out. I don't know. If the last race is any indication, maybe they figured this horse out. I'm kind of thinking that maybe I'm banking that maybe on the 6 horse in the last race here at Belmont, that something happened there where, like, because the horse only lost by a length and a half with going wide, and I'm hoping that maybe they figured something out, or maybe a light bulb went on with the horse. But I don't really. I mean, I think this could pay a lot. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to put this 11 horse, but I'm going to bet it to win. I'm not going to put it in the ticket, but I'll just put $100 to win on it. So again, I can't show you the race, guys, but they're moving towards the gate right now. Any changes on the 6? What do you mean, Jeff? Not that I know of. Oh, on the changes thing. Oh, let's look. No changes. It is interesting that this 5 horse goes to a new trainer, and it's 9-5 on the EquineEdge morning line, and it really doesn't look that great. So if you are going to add a horse in the last race, it would be the 5 for me. It's, 9-5 for the new trainer. It's not like you look at this horse on paper and it's all that great. So it's interesting. Maybe the 5 horse. You know what, Tony? Maybe the 5 is the other horse. So if we get to that last leg, then you would want to, maybe do a 5 and 6, or maybe you would just double the ticket and put the 5 and the 6, the 5 in there as well in the last leg. That's what I would do. I'm thrown off here in the first leg, though. I'm thrown off by this, by the EquineEdge long shot using the 11 instead of the 3, 4, and 7. That throws me off a lot. So the 10, look at the 10's got a bullet from the gate as well, right? And the 10 and the 9 both have some speed. It's going to be very interesting. You know, is the 4 going to get the lead? I know David said he doesn't look like he's here with us right now, but David said he had the 6 or he had the 4. And there was one other horse, but I don't remember. Might have been the 7. That's what I think, Indy. That's what I think. That's what I think. You know, you know what I love about this is that all of us are trying to interpret the numbers, and that's what we're supposed to be doing. It's not like I have some magic pill that I know. You know what I mean? Who are you too deep with, Tony? Right? So your guess is as good as mine on what to do with the 11, which goes to show you it comes down to how we place our tickets, how we bet, right? That's what it comes down to. The person that bets properly is the one that's going to probably win. But the thing about these maidens, who's going to break good? And look, you don't think the pace numbers work for first-time starters? Who's our top pace number? Doesn't mean it's going to win, but the pace number, even for first-time starters, is pretty incredible. Seven's very interesting right now. It's coming wide, but it's got momentum, but I don't think it's going to catch the 9. Yeah, it's going to be most likely 9-4-7, 9-7. Favorite's going to win. The Super was 22K? Wow, 9 horse gets the victory there over at Belmont. Sorry, we can't show you the Belmont, but so last night, Ken says, played the EE long shot last night at Prairie Meadows. Hit the Super and try. 48-1 over 7-1 over 21-1. Holy hell. Super 22K and almost 14K for the try. Holy shit, Ken. Nice going. That's insane. All right. Trying to see if there's anything we can bet. The 3 was the long shot. Let's look here. That was yesterday. What race was that? Do you remember? That's okay, Alan. The win's a win. Not this one, right, Ken? 10? Race number 9. The 4 horse. That wasn't the EquineEdge long shot. The 3 was. How'd you have the 4? The 3 got third at 21-1, but you had the 4. How'd you come up with that horse? The 1 was the EquineEdge top pick that went off at 7-1, top pace number. That's a hell of a hit. Look at these numbers. Oh, second and third. I like that. I'm telling you guys, it really just comes down to the betting. That's what it comes down to. All right. I feel like we're going to start getting hot right now. We're right there. Let's go to Laurel 6 since we can show the race. you know, for those of people that are new, what you're looking at is many different algorithms, right? Machine learning algorithms that get better with time, a little bit better. It's not drastic, but doesn't, you know, it's like a little bit better. So they learn. And there's the breeding metric, the GSR. There's class metrics like the SORs, one for the same conditions as today, and one for the past races, right? And then we've got our past performances you can go to, but and then you have to interpret the numbers and make a decision. And what we're hoping is, like, let's just sort the EE morning line. It's 5-2 on the 14. It's also the top EquineEdge pick. So 2 different algorithms are pointing towards that. I don't think there's any indicator here on the GSR. There's a 10-point difference from top to bottom. So the 3 at Laurel, I would say anybody here for that matter. But one of the ways you can really, when I find competitive races, I like to do what I was showing you guys earlier. So I'm going to look here. Today's conditions, 8 furlongs on turf. So I look at this horse here, and yes, it ran good last time, the 1, but it's 10-1 EquineEdge morning line. It faced a 34 group. Today's a 42, but it is going up in win percentage. That instantly tells me the race is wide open. You're facing way tougher, and you're 24%, which was higher than even the race before. So that makes me nervous. It tells me that the race might be really, really wide open. If I look at the 3, comes out of that same race, 623. Faced a 34 group. Today, it's 9%, dropping from 24%, facing tougher. The GSR is the same, and it ran a decent race last time out. Absolute grab bag. Then you take a horse like this, 2 Crone, and it's got 3 second-place finishes and 10 tries. It's EquineEdge's second pick. You know, a lot of times what you do in a race like this is use the EquineEdge picks. Like, so you can choose the EquineEdge morning line. Like, how about the 4 horses, 9-2? It broke 9th last time out. It's stretching out. Does it want to stretch out? Let's look at the GSR Plus grid. Look, the top 2 distances are longer. So going long is not going to be a problem for this horse. Honestly, this is just a really wide open race, but the 14 is going to be wide, isn't it? Starting point's over here, so the 14 is going to be out here. Let's make sure we don't miss. They're coming up to the gate right now, so we'll get there. But really tough, honestly. I'm trying to like find something last minute, and usually it's found within the top 5 picks. I'm trying to throw out races. Second time starter here. This horse ran 3rd at 40%. Today's 10%. Michael Trombetta, this 5-1. He's on fire. Second off a long layoff. Like in a race like this, I would maybe play connections if I was playing. I mean, he's been on fire. Also, you go value. Where's the value here? If you look at the win percentage, and where the value is, seems to be on the 1 and the 4. I kind of like the 4 horse. Catch the Kitten on the stretch out. For me, I would probably narrow down probably the 4 for me. The value is there at 5-1. Let's see here. All right, let's watch the race. You know what? Okay, they're at the gate. Let's see. We have a little bit of time to try to make a bet. Again, I'm trying to find something, and this race is tough, and I just don't want to throw out anything. Hey, Greg, it's always good to see you. One of the things you can do is, this 14 does look good, but it's going from 33% to 10%. I don't know. You know what I would do? I honestly would just take the top 3 win percentages. 1, 2, 4 box. You got 5-1, 7-2, and 5-1. If any combination of that exacta hits, it pays money. 1, 2, 4. And then maybe put a little bit to win on the 4. All right, let's get out to the race. Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that. Hey, Aldo, how are you? Justin in the house. What's going on, guys? Well, looking really good right now. Like, we have 5 of them we bought. One of them is mine, and then 4 of them are John Guarneri's, and they're looking good. Really good. John has one that we got. It's hip number 502 that was at the Timonium sale.
Ginger Girl.
And we got that horse for $300,000. That horse looks like an absolute monster.
Time goes fast.
She looks fantastic on the turf. And I believe she's got GSRs in the 90s. And there's a lot of high hope for her. Her breeding is amazing as well. So watch out. You might want to follow John Guarneri for his horses and
5-2.
And see, I own 5% of those horses as well.
1 mile, Dahlia course, turf firm.
But we got 4 horses at that sale. But John put up the money.
And they're off. Carmel Sunrise, New Wanda showing early lick, and Nami is also right there in the firing line into the first turn. Out there 4 deep is always forward. About the 4 path around that turn run.
I think the 1 ended up getting off as the favorite.
Ground. Forgotten Gifted between horses around the turn.
I don't know where John's going to run those 4 horses yet.
There 4 deep with a 9 or 10 lengths.
But the horse I got at the OBS sale, the midshipman, is going to run at Gulfstream Park.
Crone alongside of that one. Time goes fast, and Smoke and Sin is trailing the field. A race down the backstretch now.
Like, we would love for them to stop the race right now. 4's at the rail. That's a pretty fast pace, though.
Sunrise, 2nd a length and a half. Nami's racing in 3rd. Queen of the Dances move forward.
Looks like he slowed down in the second half.
Kitten is racing 5th. Tank of Toughest in 6th, and always forward back in 7th. Crone is next. Into the inside is Forgotten Gift as they round that turn. The outside is Ginger Girl. Round that far turn run. And Nwanda the lead down to Justin Neck as Carmel Sunrise is putting pressure almost at even terms on the outside. 3 lengths back.
The 4 really is running. It's really too bad. Hopefully,
Queen of the Dance.
The 7 stopping went really fast. Here comes the 4
catch the
on the
Kitten,
rail.
saving ground and driven through.
We're going to need to get a little bit lucky here with this
looking
exact
for a place to go.
4's
No
just getting
particular
trounced.
place to go.
Nowhere to go.
Out of the furlong and a half marker they run.
That's
Carmel
too bad.
Sunrise, Tank of Tough outside is Nami pitching away. They're followed by Crone has moved along into 4th. Carmel Sunrise, Tank of Tough on the outside. Carmel Sunrise holding
that's
the
the
win.
EquineEdge long
Carmel
shot
Sunrise
to 3,
from Tank of Tough.
right?
Nami was 3rd.
You're not getting
4th,
racing luck, and you have to have
5th.
racing luck. But look at that. 3 horse was 5-1. Ran good. The 1 horse was the top win percentage, won that race. 4 horse had a horrendous trip. So we're right there. But you got to get lucky.
Minute 36.55.
Jay, the Kathleen O'Connell was recommended to me by a friend of mine, and really he had a high opinion of her. All right, let's get to Gulfstream Park race number 5 as they're going into the gate. Cosia is 3-5, was 14% last time out, back to 30%. And that was a tougher group last time out. I don't love this horse. I don't think this horse has to win. And look at the 5 horse at 15%. This 5 horse, if you throw out that last race, I don't see why this 5 horse couldn't run a good race. Tis impressive. Sort the EquineEdge morning line, and you're looking at 2, 4, 5, 7, but you can get some money. So let's see what happens here.
Breeze, who heads off for the early lead while trying to clear the inside traffic. Moving out the rail, Co-C holds rail position. In between horses, Dancing with Daffodils won't be far away. Splitting horses, Short Circuit, and wide on the course is Domineering. Back from there, it's Rubisa. She's ahead of Radiant Gem and Tis Impressive. Wide at the back of the field is Capridre. And the run around the first turn, Runaway Breeze has the lead with rail position. Headstrong and tugging, Co-C might have to angle off the inside with Dancing with Daffodils on the outside of her, trying to keep her locked in. Wide on the course is Domineering in front of a Headstrong Radiant Gem as the pace slows mid-race. 24-3 for the opening quarter. 3 wide next is Short Circuit in front of Rubisa, who's deep on the course. Tis Impressive is second last, and Capridre is last of the 9 as Runaway Breeze gets a pretty easy lead. Runaway Breeze has 4 furlongs to cover and a length and a half to work with. Dancing with Daffodils is second through a slowed down half of 49-1. Racing up on the outside and Domineering at the rail, Co-C. Moving in from the outside, Short Circuit's in the clear and on the attack. Down at the inside, Radiant Gem, followed by Rubisa.
Really
then back to Tis Impressive and Capridre is last. Around the far turn they go. Runaway Breeze still has the lead by a length and a half. Dancing with Daffodils given the green light by Rios to go after her. Short Circuit is next. Co-C's hard at work. She hasn't made any ground yet. Radiant Gem worked off the inside to launch a 4-wide bid.
Like, you see how these horses get over
Jr. and Runaway Breeze fresh off the turn through 3/4 and 13-1. Now there's an eighth of a mile to go. Runaway Breeze is in front. Dancing with Daffodils trying very hard to get to her. From third at Short Circuit. Final 16th of a mile. Dancing with Daffodils tries to reach Runaway Breeze. Runaway Breeze digs in. Runaway Breeze hanging on. Second, Dancing with Daffodils. Third was Short Circuit. Radiant Gem fourth. Then Co-C and 144 flat.
Let's take a look at that. So we identified the 2 horses a bad favorite. And the 9 horse was the top pace number and got the lead. That was a big pace number. 23-point pace advantage. Goes off at 6-1. You know, and broke bad last time out and goes to a new trainer, Bobby DeBona. Missed that one. But whenever you identify a horse like this that maybe is vulnerable, this horse got bet because of these 2 races right here. Right, the second and third. Oh, sorry, guys. You guys can't see my screen. So when you look at this 2 horse, 2 and 3 back is the reason why this horse got bet. But this is a tougher group. So, and by the way, did you see that? DeBona is the horse, the trainer of this 2 horse as well. And then he claimed this horse for $10,000 off D'Angelo. And unfortunately, the win percentage didn't like this horse. And that threw me off a little bit. But the horse got the lead. Now, that pace number played a big role. Now, another thing that's important to note too is that the pace number, or all the algorithms, they don't look at the pace. That could be an advantage for you to know that, okay? They do not look at pace at all. All right. How about we go and look at Monmouth? We have a couple of first-time starters. Okay. 3-1 on the 3 horse, the EquineEdge morning line. 19% win. Good GSR. So let's look at the pace. 5 horses run before is the pace. But this horse stops every single time. It is 18% this time. But the GSR drops from 72 down to 59. But it is EquineEdge's top pick. So you've got some confusion here as to what to do. You know, that's a tough one. It's kind of dead on the board. That's a tough call. 6 horse. Here's another one cutting back in distance. The GSR is just low altogether on this horse. Man, I don't really love the EquineEdge top 2 picks. Now, as far as the long shots go, the EquineEdge long shot could have used the 1, and it could have used the 8. So it's making me like the 3. And the gate drills are pretty good, so it's not like the 3 doesn't have speed. Look at the jockey trainer combination. They won 2 of 5 races, John Service. And Yara Rendon. All right. So, I don't know, 3 horse at 7-1 seems like a good play. The one's taking a lot of action. Nothing wrong with the workouts. You look at the GSR. Here's the thing I don't love about this 6 horse. Look at the GSR on the 6. It's 50. So maybe try to beat this horse. 5 horse has speed, but the GSR does drop. It's okay. I like the 1 horse. Maybe a 1-3-8 exacta box. Try to beat the 5 and the 6. Maybe that would be a way to go. At Monmouth, I think they're going into the gate, right? Or soon. Let's see here. Yeah, they're at the gate. So I can't show you the race, but we can, you'll all watch it. But yeah, the first time starter, EquineEdge long shot, you're getting 7-1 on this horse, for goodness sake. So, at least what you would do is you would put it in the first, second, and third spots, that type of thing. The 6 horse has the lowest GSR, lowest GSR, right? With the 2. It is 27%. It is EquineEdge's second pick. I have mixed feelings. So I'm going to watch this on mine. My picks have not been fine. It's not my picks. It's how you bet, right? You have to bet it. Although I'm not exactly hot, no doubt, but it's how you bet it. If you're down almost 400, all right. Well, we got to see how you're betting, and then we'll see if we can turn that around. Okay. We've had some bad racing luck too, to be fair. Actually, to be fair. So the lowest GSR is looks like it's gonna win. No, 6 has got the momentum. 1 was very green. Yeah, 6 got it. 6-1. That doesn't sway me. First of all, it's 27%. Personally, for me, I'm not playing a horse like that. I'm just not. But it's 27%, EquineEdge second pick, but it's still got a low GSR like that. I don't like it. So, but when you start seeing things not adding up, like, okay, this is good on this horse, this is good on this horse, this is bad on this horse, this is bad on this horse, you just know it's a wide open race. And you could see that as well. But it came in 6, 1, 8. 1 was very green. 3 never ran. I'll take that EquineEdge long shot first time starter any day of the week. It just didn't run there. So you just got to hang in there. All right, let's check out Belmont. Let's do a pick 4. You saved money, Wiz? Good. No, it's okay. I've been a little bit unlucky with the racing too, but it's okay. It happens. That's all right. This might be your first time watching, and I'm not usually cold like this, but we also can turn stuff around very fast as well. So, but I'm glad you're firing. I'm glad you're firing though. I'm sorry you're down. Okay. I only had 2 horses in here. One is 7-5 on the 7 horse, and the other one is 12-1 on Spetro, who's the speed of the race. Now, I don't know why this horse is getting no love. but it's got a huge pace advantage. Huge pace advantage. Let's see here. Now, this horse had a pretty good pace advantage last time out as well against a 50 group. I'm looking at my staging site right now. You know what? I'll show you guys this thing. So this is the staging site, and on my staging, I'm able to click on and look at that past race, right? And so you can see that this horse, we're not showing the results on here. Okay, so interestingly, this Ghostly Prince ran good. Paradis ran very good as well. So Spectra had an easy lead. Well, this horse ran a decent race as well. This horse can definitely hold this and even has a bigger pace advantage this time out. And Urangano pressed this horse before. Okay, so yeah, I still like the play. I still think that you want to maybe take a look at Ghostly Prince. I just do. Hold on here. What I do? Let's see. All right. Okay. I still like this. This horse is interesting though, you guys. This horse had a bad trip last time out and ran pretty good. So just, you might want to look at this one horse and look at the top win percentage is only 26%. So it's already telling you this race is wide open, okay? So it's going to come down to your betting. These races are very difficult. I haven't seen any easy races so far. So, and don't forget, we're doing it. Not trying to make excuses, but we're doing this live on the spot, handicapping pretty fast. And these are really, very tough. This is a very tough race on paper. So we're trying to find some prices. And like Ken said, it only takes one. So it's going to really come down to the betting. Spread. Don't try to hit it hard unless we find something we really love. All right, so all right. So this would pay good if you, let's see the EquineEdge morning line. So the 9 horse is 9-2, most wanted man. I mean, God, I don't like horses like this. I genuinely don't. I'm like feeling a little, no pun intended, edgy right now because I'm off a little bit. But normally I'll try. There's not a lot of pace in this race other than the 3 horse. And the 9's going to have to come from far back. But it is Saez. It is Maker. It's the EquineEdge second pick. Again, everybody has to make their own call. Belmont has a lot of scratches. It does. I don't know. Again, the 9 is not my type of style horse. It's just not what I play. I like the fact that this 3 horse is 7-1 right now. And it's got a really good pace number, even more than it had before. And the 10 horse, is got a wide post. And that's not really a horse that's a front runner, nor is the 6. The 3 controls this entire race. Whether it's good enough to win, I don't know. But it controls everything. Now, the 7, they faced each other on 6:15. The 7 only beat the 3 by like a length. That's it. Not even that. And the 3's got a bigger pace advantage. And the horse that was pressed in the 3 in the last race, I'm talking about Spetro, was pretty fast and sent. This 3 is interesting. It's the EquineEdge long shot as well. It's a possibility that with the style of this 7 horse, it could be getting overbet. Ghostly Prince is an interesting horse. It did have a perfect trip last time out, but it's a fair long shot at 8-1. It was, but it also got set up too, Jotham. That's the thing. It really did. We'll see. And blinkers were added to this horse last time out. I wonder if he's keeping the blinkers on. Yeah, no changes. Blinkers are added to the 4 horse. But yeah, of course, that's what you should do. This horse, you know, doesn't show much. In your double whiz, okay. So they're at the gate here for Belmont 6, and I'm trying to find an angle. And if you even look at the EquineEdge morning lines, look at, I mean, 7-1 all the way down here to the 8 horse. So, I mean, it's just a wide open race. I don't like the 1 and the 6. But, I mean, I'm not going to be surprised if any of these 6 horses wins. But again, I would hope that the 3 would be first, second, or third. So depending on your betting and how you play it, right? So this is what I recommend for a pick 4 right here. True that. I was going to play in it is live. It is live. I could play in the horse tourneys if I wanted to. All right, I used the 3, so I'm going to play in there. The 3 got a flyer out of the gate. Now, hopefully the 10 is going to just chill. But 8-1 on the 3. Oh, I can't show you guys this. I'm sorry. I tell you what, the 1 horse is hitting a very nice trip on the rail in third and has a strong hold. Very slow pace. And the 7 horse is at the back of the pack, mired on the rail with 6, 7 other horses in front of it. Not a great place to be if you back the 7, for sure. Stay up for second 1. Stay up for second. There you go. 8-1 over 6-1. There you go. There's your turnaround right now, Edgy. Come on. All right, you give me a hard time. Now you got to give some love. Gave you 8-1 over 6-1. You know, that depends on how you bet it, right? Said watch out for the 1. 3. I played that in this tournament as well. There it is, Petro. Backed it up. There you go. Hey, what's up, Brooks, my man? It's really good to hear from you. What's up, Billy? There we go. Okay, there. Okay, you gave me some love there. Okay, there we go. Thanks, Mike. All right, you're gonna shut us down forever. But God, tell me somebody played the 1-3 exacta box. I said 1-3-7. Watch out for that 1-2. Did I not? Tell me, if one of you played that, I'll be happy. Just one of you. 8-1 on the 3. All right. Win only, James. Oh God, you guys. That exacta is going to be super, super nice. Super, super nice. All right. So you played it in your mind. Oh, you got the double though, Wiz? Okay, good. Good. All right, good. All right, I feel better now. Oh, you did? Okay. You got the exacta. Sweet. Do you know what it paid? $52. $52 exacta. That gets your 400 back, Edgy. It gets it back. What do you mean? What do you mean? You boxed 314? If you boxed 314, you won. Came in 3-1. Which time, Mike? I haven't had anything to drink, but I'm all messed up in the head now. You boxed 314. You're alive, Shug. You're alive in the pick 6. Nice. All right. Well, that felt pretty good. Big pace advantage in that 3. 7 had a brutal trip. Oh, you had 3-7-4. You liked that 4. Oh man. All right. Oh, Laurel. Okay, we got Gulfstream Park coming up. Race number 6. All right. Let's see here. So in this tournament that I'm in, nine to 5 on the 4 horse. Wow. So here's another one of those. Look at this. 9 to 5 EquineEdge morning line on the 4. Okay. I hope you get it. I hope you get it. I hope you get it, Edgy. It's, you know, it's a process, meaning like what you have to do is play the exact same all the way through. You know what I mean? Like, you don't, unless we really, really, really love something, you don't want to go like hammer it, then go back. You know what I mean? Like, just stay level. And if you do that, we're going to win our fair share. And with the odds in horse racing, you're more likely to win than you are to lose. But it honestly really comes down to your betting. We haven't exactly been on fire for sure. And we've had some bad racing luck in my defense as well. But we're going to get our wins as well. So awesome, 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 Brett. I love it. Thanks for sharing. It's good to hang out with you guys today. Really nice. Nice to be here. Edgy got me going. I'm like, okay, that's enough of this crap. That's it. We need to find something. We came back with a bang. $52 exacta. But it really, again, it comes down to the betting, you guys. All right, make sure I put in a pick for, I'm going to just put it in just in case. I'm just going to put in the 4. I'm playing in this tournament, and I had that 3. Imagine I'm obviously in the lead. Leaderboard. So yeah, everybody that used the 3, I'm one of, looks like 20 people. Yeah, I'm one of 20 people. So here, I'll show you guys my screen. So I played in the horse tourneys tournament, and this is the final prize pool right here. And then looks like about 20 people. So that was good. And then go to the entries, make picks. I just need to put one in for Monmouth 7, which I'm going to put the 4. And I'm going to show you why I'm going to put the 4 over at Monmouth. And then we're going to go to Gulfstream Park. Let's see here. And that is 9 to 5 EquineEdge morning line. EquineEdge long shot, 35% to win. And the GSR is just fine. You want to look at the horse's style. The horse breaks bad. It is stretching out. You still have to use this horse. Here's what I don't like. 2 wins in 30 tries. So a lot of times you'll see horses with a lot less races that haven't burned money win. This is an interesting horse too, no doubt about it. The 2. And the 5 horse is EquineEdge's top pick, but it's only 3% to win. So now I know what you're going to say. Well, why is that? They're different algorithms. You were my motivator, Edgy, for sure. Hey, David. Thank you so much. Thank you, David, very much. I really appreciate that. So I don't know why. I don't know why the win percentage algorithm doesn't love the 5. I just don't. Do I think it's a competitor? If it's EquineEdge's top pick, it's a competitor. This is where we all have to make our own decision. Remember, we were talking about these types of races where nothing is really lining up. That's a sign that the race is tough. Now, if you use the 4 and the 2, then you're going to win. In this case, you're going to win 68% of the time because you can just add the win percentages up. Okay. Now, this 2 horse is first of all, the 2 horse is very interesting because it's EquineEdge's second pick and it's 33%. So I have to make a decision whether I want to play the 2 or the 4. I have to make that call. And I'm looking, it looks like the 2's been facing better horses, but I mean, look, you're going to say, well, the 4's burned money. How has it burned money? No, you won't. You might not say that. It hasn't been bet. But look, this is the first time it's had a good win percentage in the last 8 races. Look at these 1%. You see that? You see all that? 3% last time out, 5%, 2%. Now it's look, it's 35%. I'm going to stick with this 4. And look, it's getting bet as well. All right, let's get to Gulfstream Park. I'm going to use the 4 in that race. Now we have the 6 horse here over at Gulfstream Park, 51%, has a good pace number. It's sitting outside the 4, who's going to send most likely. Doesn't have to. But we're talking about a horse that should trip out here, meaning it's got the speed, it's got the post, it's going to get the best trip if it's good enough. Now, the 4 doesn't look like a great breaker, which helps the 6. So they're going into the gate. I got to go with the 6.
Are at the gate. It's now post time.
I'll be right back.
Lining up, moving in. Race 6, start of the late pick 4.
You did?
Waiting for Black Belt Barbie and Looking for Hope. Looking for Hope to the outside. In the gate. Time for the late pick 4. They're off and running. Good start for Looking for Hope and Black Belt Barbie, with Olga trying to rush with them. Away in 4th is Guardian Angel. Second last great analogy, the early trailer, Glorious Wave. 3 in line as they go to the half-mile point. Down inside, Olga has the lead 3 parts of a length. Black Belt Barbie is second toward the outside. Looking for Hope is now third. It's a stretch of 5 more to Guardian Angel, who's now 4th ahead of Great Analogy, and Glorious Wave is last. Around the far turn after an opening quarter of 22 and 4. Olga has the lead by a neck. 3 wide, Looking for Hope. 2 path, Black Belt Barbie. A gap of 4 more to Guardian Angel, then a Glorious Wave, and Great Analogies last. Here's the move from Looking for Hope. She's making a bold bid after the lead, and she takes a narrow advantage. Olga under pressure to try to cling to her. Black Belt Barbie is now third, back to 4th, Guardian Angel, and they're at the top of the stretch. It's a very confident-looking Edgard Zayas and Looking for Hope, who turned for home on top 2.5. Olga is now second. Great Analogy running home from the back. 1/8 of a mile to go, but Looking for Hope appears to have it put away. Looking for Hope inside the final 16th, striding clear at 6-5. Looking for Hope is in front. Olga is second, up for third. Great Analogy, then Guardian Angel and Black Belt Barbie in 1:11.
And the horse tripped out, right? We can see this, right? One more time, you can see the two speed horses went first and second, but you have the 6 on the outside, who's somewhat tactical, 51% to win, top EquineEdge pick, top GSR, and then just a perfect trip. So you visualize the trip, and there we go. Boom, 6-4. You got that? All right, nice. Is the win percentage higher now because the SOR is the lowest? I don't understand that question, Greg, the way you phrased that. So going to go to Monmouth Park. You got that, David? Nice. All right. So ask that again, Greg. I didn't understand it. Is the win percentage higher now because the SOR is the lowest? It could be me, Greg. All right, so Monmouth Park, I'm on the 4. Okay. And again, I think I don't know that you need to go any further than the 2 and the 4. I'm worried about the 2. I'll give you a horse that's very interesting, and that's the 1 for the exotics. It's 12% to win, and I know its form looks it looks bad, but it's been off of a layoff. It's 12%. It's facing easier. This is the type of horse that could come back and run a decent race. It's got 8 third-place finishes. I don't see a win here, but it's certainly interesting. Okay, and I need to get used to this new screen. There you go. That's what I'm looking at. All right. Again, I can't. Oh, the same trainer. I missed that. The 2-1. Was that our top pick over at Woodbine? We can't seem to get caught up with get on Woodbine, can we? All right. So rooting for the 4 horse. I played that in the tournament, but the 2 horse is a player as well. They're going 1 mile and 70 yards on the dirt here. Chris Griffin at the helm, about to make the call. 7's loaded, and they're about to take off. 4 breaks good. Looks like the 7's going to go to lead, though.
Oh, yeah.
Four ends up going off at 6-5. I don't understand why the 4th, the jockey on the 4, wants to go duel with the 7. Why? Why? Like, who does that? You guys find that weird, or is it just me? I think this had to be a plan of some sort, like to set it up for the 2 horse to win or something. 23-1. He's not Seabiscuit. 2 struggling on the rail, though. Nobody's really coming. Come on, 4. Hold up. Come on, 4. Come on, 4. There you go. There you go. Come on. Hold up. Oh, it's going to be close. Come on, 4. Stay up. Wire. Wire. Please. Yes. Got it. All right. That's 3 wins in a row, guys. We've hit, right? Look at that. Bam. I wasn't loving that ride at all. I like, why you got to go 23-1 and scare the hell out of me? Thank you, Wiz. All right. So, all right. Now in the tournament, we got Belmont 7, but let's see if we've got anything. Yeah. So Belmont 7. Kaboom. Nobody else? All right. Eric, both Erics got it. That's good. All right, so we got a few booms here. Guys, I'll be right back. Eric, Gene. Okay. Okay. You got that exact at Monmouth? Nice, Brett. Yeah, it's good. Okay, so Randy had it, Jotham had it. All right. I was wondering where you guys were. I'm like, okay. Are you guys done? You don't want to play anymore? Don't forget, you guys are quiet on that chat. It gets boring for me. 4 to 5 on the 3-horse. You're My Girl. We talked about this horse earlier though, and this horse faced 2-year-olds only. Now it's facing. I don't understand the point of putting a horse in a 3 and up race instead of just 3-year-olds, right? I don't understand that. So, but horses like this lose a lot. Maybe it's just too good for them, and it's possible. So I don't know. You and your ice colds, Jay. Late pick 5 at Woodbine. When's that coming up? Race 6? All right, so we're looking at Belmont right now, and I have to make a pick. I have to make a pick in the tournament. Let's see where I'm at. Leaderboard. I am tied for first after 2 races. Okay. 2 races, 2 wins. It's a good way to start. My entries, picks. Okay. Stephen, we'll go to Woodbine for sure. Need to find a pick here. David, I'll tell you what, I really am not trying to be negative, but man, I mean, the negative energy around horse racing these days, I don't know why our leaders can't, the leaders of these tracks and stuff just can't get together and work together on it. But they're all separate. They seemingly don't talk, I hope so, Joe. That would be great. So maybe the Chad Brown runner at 11 to 1. Disruption, possibly. Let's see here. Let's see here. 2 to 5 right now on the 3. I tell you what, they need a commissioner. I've said that for years, Scotty. I'm in agreement with you, man. I'm in agreement with you. All right, let's get back out to handicapping this race at Belmont. So, look, I can tell you, like in the tournament that I'm playing in, and when you have a mythical win in place, playing a 2 to 5 shot is an absolute waste of time. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's very rarely you can make a case for doing that. So, I'm going to I'm just going to get rid of this horse. I'm going to get rid of this horse. I don't see it. I'm going to just double check here. What's changed? This horse won at 6 furlongs against a 60 group, won easily. Looks like the type of horse. No, it can rate some. It's not the worst looking long shot in the world. I have to play. I have to be careful that I don't. I'm going to get rid of this horse. 50 to 1 EquineEdge morning line. I don't see this. So it's this. Well, the reason why we put the eye here to eliminate is so you don't have to look at horses that don't seem like they have a chance. Look, this horse ran its best race here, outside post, everything being good, lost by length and a quarter against a 58 group. Today's a 66. It got smoked last time out against a 66 group. Yes, he was It broke slow, outside post, lost by 5 3/4 lengths. Doesn't have any speed. I don't see it. Maybe exotics, but I don't see it. Not for the win. Okay, so now I think we've narrowed this race down to these 4 horses because we're throwing the 3 out. If it wins at 2 to 5, great. Let them have it. I just don't see the purpose of playing that horse. It's Eric. I mean, it faced 2-year-olds. It's facing 3 and up now off of a layoff. Like, there's no guarantee this horse. Who knows who's going to show up? But you know who I like in situations like this? Like, I want to really like the 7, the EquineEdge long shot, because it's the second top win percentage. We're getting 5 to 1, and it's EquineEdge's long shot, and it has the second top GSR, third top GSR. So what happened here? I have to be able to make a logical excuse. Like, this horse's form looks really good in every race, but it has burned money. Like, but he keeps on running this horse in this non-winners of 1 allowance. State bred. But look at this horse broke 12th at 18%. But that was on the turf. Now Bill's going back to dirt. And the horse, dirt's no problem for this horse. The 1 horse is breaking from the rail, but there's not a lot of horses in this race. It won easily. It got a 3rd place finish. There's nothing wrong with the 1. Certainly fits. 5 disruption is dropping in win percentage. It broke from the rail last time out, going 6 furlongs, and now it's had a layoff. I don't see why this 5 can't win. And I don't think this is the worst looking long shot in the world as well with the 2 horse. But I'm going to stick with the EquineEdge long shot, I think, in my picks, and I'm going to go with the 7. I think I'm going to go with that. No, I'm okay. Thank you. Yeah, that's actually, Andrew, good catch on that. So this horse is going from turf to dirt, but it's going from a 62 GSR to a 71. And that could be the reason why this horse didn't run good. So yeah, I was kind of surprised all those people had that 3 as well, Bill. That was a lot. Yeah. It caught me off guard there for sure. So at Belmont, I'm taking the 7 horse, trying to beat the 3. I think the 5 and the 2 are decent long shots. I'm actually strongly considering using the 2. They're loading into the gate. I can't show the race, you guys, as you know, but I'm going to stick with the 7 horse, and we'll see what happens. But I did use the 7 in the tournament, so let's watch that. Okay. Three did not break good at all. All right. Well, that's good. We're 3 for 3. I mean, that's 5 straight wins in a row. Edgy, where are you? Come on, Edgy. Thank you, Ken. I appreciate that. Right? You see how fast we can turn that around? That's 5-1 on that horse. Boom. Come on. There we go. See how fast that can turn? There we go. Wow. Right? We know, look at, I'm going to show you this again. You see a horse that faced 2-year-olds, okay? It's not like the GSRs are that great. The top is a 66, and now it's going to 3 and up? Come on. That horse was a really bad favorite. Really bad favorite. Oof. Monmouth 8 is the next one that I have to do for the tournament. But we've got Gulfstream Park coming up. But we're going to go to Monmouth 8, okay, you guys, so I can, make sure that we handicap that. Yeah, you started off really good. Here comes the booms. All right, you guys know I love the booms. So that's awesome, Ken. All right. See, that's the energy that I need. That pumps me up. All right. All right, now we're making money. So we've got Monmouth Park race number 8. It's an optional allowance. 25,000 non-winners of 2 fillies and mares 3 and up for a purse of 62. Nice purse of $62,500. And we have a horse that's got a big pace number, 45% to win, 9-5 EquineEdge morning line, and EquineEdge second pick. And then you've got 2 horses at 9-5. The 9 horse as well, who's EquineEdge's top pick. So you got it, Sam. My pleasure. Thank you, Eric. $13.40 winner with Alvarado. Yeah, that's phenomenal. Okay. Man, we got on a roll fast, didn't we? Where'd Edgy go? So that you're welcome, Ed. Thank you. So we can get rid of this 1% horse. The 7 horse Captain's Daughter. It's 2% to win, but it's only 7-1 EquineEdge morning line, but it's got a low GSR. Look at, so it did win on the dirt barely at this level. But it's dropping from a 57 GSR to a 49, so dropping 8 points. Okay. So I'm going to get rid of that horse. All right, look at the 5. I mean, this horse is right there. And what you'll notice is in the stretch, you'll notice the horse, you see, loses ground almost every single race. No, every race. Every race we're looking at here has lost ground. Okay. So that's a really negative sign. Now it goes on the turf, and the GSR does go up to a 58. So we'll take a closer look. And it's an interesting long shot. I will say that because of going on the turf. And it's won the majority of its money on the turf as well. That being said, at this level, it's more likely for the exotics. But at 15-1, I think it could be in the exotics. Yeah, did anybody have the super? Man, is another person? Yeah, we shouldn't have included that 3 Edgy for sure. All right, so let's go. Let's see how I'm doing. One other person alive in this. Let's see here. So there's some people doing well. So Rodolfo has also won the first 3. I've won the first 3. All right. So we're in the lead right now in this tournament. And there's a total of 12 races you have to play. Monmouth race number 8, though. All right, let's take a closer look. So I've narrowed this race down. You had to try, Jared. What did that try play? What did that try play or pay? Yeah, Ken. There's a lot of people in tournaments now that are using EquineEdge for sure. No doubt about it. But, you know, it equals itself out. This is what it's there for. Everyone to make a subjective decision. This is what I like about the 3 a little bit, Violet and Vixen. I haven't looked at its past performances, but what I do like is that it's 7-2 on the EquineEdge morning line, and it's the EquineEdge long shot. I like that. The negative with this horse is it sure looks like this horse needs the lead. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Let me. It would help if you guys could see my screen. Okay, so second off the layoff at the 3 horse, but it certainly looks like the horse needs the lead, doesn't it? Look at the past performances. You don't see this horse passing anybody. And look at the pace in the race. The pace is tremendous. Now, why is this important? Remember what I was telling you about? $509 for 50 cents you made? That's a nice trifecta. Wow. Way to go. So you're one of them. I know. Same. Look, there's so much pace in this race. If there's any indication that this horse can rate, then you use it. But don't forget, none of these algorithms uses pace. So it has no idea if a horse needs the lead or not. And it looks to me like this horse needs the lead. Now, this is subjective right now, but I got to get rid of it. Now, I get rid of this. Well, before I do that, remember I told you that the EquineEdge long shot is looking for 6-1 or above on the odds makers morning line. So it could have used the 1 and it could have used the 5 and it didn't. Okay, now I'm going to get rid of the 3. I'm just going to double check the 5. It hovers. Look at, yes, it got second last time out. There was only 4 horses in the race. So I'm not using the 5. And I'm going to look at the 1. And it also is the type of horse that seems to need the lead. And there is a crap load of pace in the race. So I'm going to get rid of that. Okay. Now we have it narrowed down to 2 horses. Now we have it narrowed down to 2. And there's a lot of speed in the race. And the 9 controls everything from that post. It can go fast. It can sit. It looks like it can rate a little bit. And the 2 horse has one way of going. That's it. Who's the better breaker? 9's a good breaker. Who's faced better horses? So the 9 has been facing 58s to 62s. And the 2 has been facing, but losing against 62 and 64. So the 2 horse been facing better horses. This is literally whichever one breaks the best goes gate to wire. That's what it looks like to me. Whichever one, like, it's, wow. This is a tough one. Very, very tough. Very, very tough. I like the post of the 9. I'm going to put in the 2. I'm leaning for the 2. Just so I make sure I have a pick and I don't miss getting my play in. And then I'm going to just have to look real carefully. 7-2 in the UK and the 9. That's really good. I mean, I think it's going to be 2-9. What's up, Angela? You just signed up because of me? I have no clue what I'm supposed to do, but you signed up. Okay, well, that's a good thing. We're glad you signed up. Look at Angela, take one of my coaching classes, okay? And I would sign up for every coaching class, honestly. There's so much you can learn, and you'll be glad that you signed up. It's really hard in the show to really sit down and really go over, the details of it. But I'm glad you signed up, though. So I'm going with the 2 because I think it's faster than the 9. The 9 seems to need the lead. The 2 has a little bit more class, so I don't necessarily see the 2 stopping, but I like the post of the 9. I'm going to look at them on the track and see if I can get any kind of advantage seeing their body language or anything. They're both 2-1. 9 seems to look really good on the track. Thank you, Ken. Yeah. 2 looks okay. 2 looks okay to me. I think I'm going to change to the 9. I thought the 9 looked better on the track. I'm going with the 9. Baby steps. And one of the reasons why I'm going to is because just the way this horse won last time out. I don't know. I didn't love the way the 2 looked. Not that I'm all that at looking at horses in the flesh. I think I have a decent opinion. I think I'm gonna go with the 9. What's up, Jesus? I think I'm gonna go with the 9 because I think it looks amazing on the track and the post. They're both extremely fast. So I literally could go either way. I know that I could get beat by the 2 right now for sure. And I'm hoping from the inside post, maybe the 2 breaks a little bit slow and that gives the 9 an advantage. That's my hope. All right, again, I can't show you this race here from Monmouth. Come on, 9, get up. Oh, 7's going to get it. 7. I mean, we got the duel that we thought. And but the 7 did win the race. Ends up getting off at 6-1. Low and what happened was that the pace set up, and we could have maybe seen that pace was going to happen. There's nothing you can do about that. Yeah, maybe honestly, maybe the 7 got it for sure over the 1. Maybe honestly, in retrospect, maybe taking I just couldn't get with that 2%, but maybe taking a horse like the 7. Wouldn't have been a bad idea only because you knew that there was going to be so much pace. But no, they dueled, didn't they? All right. So somebody else is going to take the lead for sure. Okay, now I need to see what the next race is. So the next race is Belmont 8, but there's some time there. How about we go to Woodbine? Let's go to Woodbine 6 because at least we can look at those races. All right, let's do that. All right, we're going to check out Woodbine 6 right now. Pick 5. So here's the pick 5 ticket. What I'm looking at right now is the EquinEdge long shot is 34%, top win percentage, 3-1 EquinEdge morning line. Like maybe this is the type of horse that you single. It faced What's interesting is it faced the 6 horse last time out and lost to the 6. But this is where the system knows more than we know. But I think maybe using those 2 horses, the 1 horse is interesting. It's getting back on the synthetic. It certainly deserves a look. It's third off the layoff, so the 1 could be a player. You know, the more I'm looking at this, the more I don't know that I fully trust these horses. This horse just broke its maiden against a 46 group, but it did it impressively. And it's going to have an easy lead as well. Okay, I already see what's happening here. I'm not trusting this race. All right, they're going into the gate. That's my ticket.
They run and they all came out pretty well, with Tapsational just in front of Homer's screen. Away fairly in the center, Grandson. Up on the outside is Ron's Gizmo, and floating across now from the outside towards the lead is Maya. In behind them, Perfect Spidey is mid-pack with Pride of Distinction. And as they settle, Greenfleet's gone up to be about 4th. Next to last is Two-Way Crossing, and on the inside, Grandson. They're bunched up, and Tapsational is controlling the pace of the race, and it's a pretty moderate tempo, a neck in front. Up on the outside into second spot now, Ron's Gizmos. They take the turn on the rails. Homer's screen is in third and a neck away. Over on the inside coming through is also Greenfleet, and up on the outside, Maya 3 wide. A length and a half to Grandson. Then came Perfect Spidey shading Two-Way Crossing, and 3 lengths away last is Pride of Distinction. Out in front, Tapsational by about a half to Ron's Gizmo. 1 away, Homer's screen. Off the track, Maya. Greenfleet, the center. The next trio behind them, 2 away, Grandson. The outside, Perfect Spidey, and nudging up is Two-Way Crossing. And 4 lengths away last of all remains Pride of Distinction. Tapsational still out in front, controlling the tempo. A half to Ron's Gizmo. A length and a half, Homer's screen pushed for the first time. In the center, Greenfleet making ground. On the outside, Maya. And swinging off that turn, Perfect Spidey's 3 behind them from Two-Way Crossing. Grandson, and last is Pride of Distinction. Down to the final quarter, and now coming is Ron's Gizmo to level with Tapsational. Right behind them in the center, Greenfleet, the inside, Homer's screen, and on the outer is Maya, and a gap to Perfect Spidey as Ron's Gizmo and Tapsational continue on. Tapsational on the inside narrowly, and down the outside, Maya, Homer's screen in behind them. Tapsational, Ron's Gizmo, Maya out on the outside, getting them. Maya coming a line of 3, Tapsational, Ron's Gizmo, Maya, Tapsational. And speed is held always in the weak in the inner turf. Tapsational did it. Ron's Gizmo and Maya had their chance, couldn't catch. The others were well behind, Homer's screen and Greenfleet.
So it looks like the 3 held on, and we had that. And Tapsational, top win percentage, top pace number, wins the race. Five to 1. Good start. Really good start. Right? How good is the pace? Oh, you played $1 on that. Well, that's a good play. All right, good start. Belmont 8. All right, let's see what's happening in the tournament. Okay. Huh? Yeah, now you see that. It changes. So I'm in third, but not by far. There's a couple of people that had the 7. So I'm tied for third with Rodolfo. $15 pick 4 at Canterbury. What did it pay, John? All right, let's check out Belmont race number 8, guys. Wait, what? Paid $15? Oh, I thought you said you had it 15 times. You see how positive I am? You know, that's a good question. I think I'm still alive in that pick 5, aren't I? Let's see here. We got the favorite in the first race I didn't like. Oh, I had forgot that. I had forgot that. Absolutely. And then the 7 horse paid $13.40. Holy hell. I'm alive to the 6 and the 7 in this next race at Belmont. Six and 7. That's right. It shows 5 and 6 here, but I only played the 6. Let me look on my wagers, but I'm pretty sure. Belmont. I played a $4 pick 5, though. But yes, I have the 6 and 7 in here and singled to the 6 in the last race. And I'm gonna, if I'm lucky enough to get by this race here, number 8, then 100% I'm gonna be all over this 5 betting it, because it's 9 to 5 EquineEdge morning line, goes to a different trainer, top EquineEdge pick. I have a feeling this horse is extremely live. So, but I have it 8 times. So let's finish this out. Okay. Well, so I'm trying to figure out the best way to play this. Is it now raining at Belmont? Let me see. Yeah, wow. So we're working on we're putting a new weather widget up here. Look at our weather widget. 81 degrees, broken clouds. It doesn't look like broken clouds to me. So anyways, just so you guys know, we're working on that. That's going to change. I think we're using Stevie Wonder for our weatherman. I don't know. We need a weather girl. That's actually a good idea, David. We need a weather girl. Don't forget, you guys, the coaching class. Look, it's real easy to do. Just go to www.equinedge.com. Here, I'm gonna show you. www.equinedge.com. Okay. Then you can do the Spanish class, or you can do the free coaching class. They're both free. And look, you can just click on, I do Thursday class in the afternoon, and there's 12 spots left. Oldie does the night class, and there's 19 spots left. But they are super helpful. Super, super helpful. All right. So check that out. I'm in 3rd in this tournament right now. I'm looking at it. There's Belmont 8 coming up, but the weather is pretty brutal. Let's see here. Okay. Let's get you guys back. I don't know why that's doing that. Okay, there we go. Thanks, Curtis. The classes are so helpful, you guys. And they're not long. Just it's so worth it because it slows things down. You learn a lot. You know, I go back and forth, Brooks, on that. Honestly, I don't think there's any way to say that one metric is better than the other because, like, sometimes the GSR, they're all equal, so the GSR doesn't help you, right? So, yeah, the pace number is phenomenal. The EE morning line helps. The EquineEdge long shot, like, I don't think one's more than the other, but I understand the question or the thought. Yeah, they're coming off the turf here, which is going to suck. Looks like the range is lightened up. Listen, I was at Saratoga one time. The New York weather can be crazy. So I was in Saratoga, completely sunny like this, and then all of a sudden, thunder, lightning, and you could just see this cloud overhead that was coming, and we had to wait like 45 minutes for it to blow through. But I don't imagine that they'll keep this on the turf. I don't imagine. I know. All right. There obviously will be a delay. And I have to obviously I'm not loving the 7 horse if it goes on dirt. Not loving it at all. 6 horse has never been on dirt. Yeah, I mean I'm pretty much let's sort this and let's look at the GSR for dirt. The 10 horse would have a big advantage. The 10. Big on the 10. Same the 8, the EquineEdge long shot, not bad, but the 10 big. Horrible on the 7. Yeah. The 10 would be a major player, and the EquineEdge long shot. 6, not great. Yeah, that would be that will be a big drag for sure. Yeah, James, it's funny we were talking about that. You think so, Lynn? Maybe. I hope you're right, Lynn. I hope you're right, Lynn. Ken's alive. It's about the same. That's a really good point, that's a really good point. Yeah, it's probably the same. It's probably the same. I don't know. It gets pretty crazy in New York too. I mean, it can just change like this on a dime, but Florida's not great. So James is like, Irad wins race 8. He is 1 win behind Jose for the win title. He rides 1 for my brother. We were talking about 1 for my brother earlier. I think he's talking about race 9. Yeah, race 9. No, look at we're 100%. It's already on the docket for all of us at EquineEdge. we're changing the company we're using, or this widget that we use is going to be changed. So you'll have real-time weather for sure. That's all being worked on now. Yeah. This weather widget that we use is terrible. So we'll get that straightened out. What do I have to watch out for as far as so Monmouth race number 9 and Gulfstream Park 8. Okay, those are coming up in 9. Okay, so I have to put picks in for this. So Gulfstream Park 8. Let's look. 8.5 on the synthetic, 68. Today's a 64, 5% to 40. This horse is going from 5% to 40. Now, here's the concern. This horse was 24% here. You have to look at the trouble line. Broke out, 6 pull. Okay, in the stretch, steadied. Okay, so it had issues at 24%. And so you can make excuses. Only 5% to win this race. So certainly the 5 horse deserves a long look. In this race here, the 1 horse who's EquineEdge's second pick faced a 68 group. Today's a 64. Goes up in win percentage. I don't know what happened to this horse. Like, really did in the 50s he ran okay. I don't know. I don't love the one. The EquineEdge long shot. I think the 5 horse alternate rock's going to be awfully tough to beat. Awfully tough to beat. Looks like that to me. So I'm going to all right, so I'm using the 5 horse for now, Gulfstream Park 8. Okay, guys? And then in Monmouth Park, race number 9. Okay, let's take a look and see what we can find. So we're looking at the pace scenario. It looks like a lot of pace in this race, right? 6 has got pace. 1 can rate but has a lot of pace. But it won easy against a 58 group. So, this is a hard horse to judge because it's running so good, and then it didn't run good here in this 319 race, and then it didn't run good against this 66 group, and it had the rail. It draws the rail again against a decent group. Now, the horse that's going to trip out in this race is going to be the 6 horse. We've talked about that. Horse can rate a little bit, but it does drop in win percentage a little bit, but it's going to be tough. It's going to run a good race. Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch in the last couple of races, Jose and Irad. I'll tell you what, this race is a wide open race here where there could be a price, and that price could be the EquineEdge second pick because it's really, really dropping in class. But it's had a layoff. So its form was bad. Did they figure out the problems? That's a hard one. But it's the EquineEdge second pick, and it's 24% to win. So ultra tough call. Rob the Rich. This horse faced a similar group last time out and got second barely. I don't know why. It just doesn't get my pulse going, but it just looks okay to me. Jockey trainer combination is 50% on the 2. And this horse, yeah, this is a really wide open race here at Monmouth. No doubt about it. They're still in the paddock there, so for Belmont. So we're going to probably see Gulfstream Park and Monmouth go off first. So I have to come up with a pick here. Anybody have any ideas in this race? The 2 horse has a really good GSR, and it's facing similar as the last time out and didn't run good. It's burned money too. It's got its issues. It's coming off of a layoff. It's such a hard read. It really is. Like, this is a really wide open race. There's no need to take a favorite in a race like this. I can tell you that I'm leaning towards this 6 horse because it's gonna get the trip for sure. The 4 horse is 24% though, and EquineEdge second pick. Like, it's got the class, so it's facing easier here, and the horse is not for sale. Yeah, Mike, you like the 4? Yeah, I kind of like the 4 as well. All right, I think I'm gonna take a chance on the 4. In Dreams. What I'm hoping is the 2 breaks good. The 6 is going to be tough though. The 6 is going to be super, super tough. I think I'm gonna go with the 6 at Monmouth. 6, 4, 4, 6. I'm going to go with the 6 because I know for sure the horse is going to get the trip. That I know. I mean, but look at the pace in the race. Now, but the 4 is going to be sitting, isn't it? Like, is it going to be sitting? Can it rate? Can the 4 even rate? I don't think the 4 can rate. What about the 7 horse? 7's going to get a crap load of pace. 2 horses on the rail needs to be close to the pace. 3 needs to be close. Really, the only true closer in the race is the 7. Holy hell, I'm going to change the 7. You guys confused enough yet? All right, I'm going with the 7. I'm gonna do the pace play. There's so much pace in this race. I'm going to take the horse that's going to be in dead last. Yeah, I agree, Brooks. I think this is the play. I think. All right, so let's see what's coming up first. Belmont's certainly not. Gulfstream Park will come up in about 4 minutes. So I think Monmouth Park is the one that's coming up next for sure. They're waiting over at Belmont. Jockeys are sitting down, so I don't see that going off anytime soon. There is so much pace in this race. I don't remember the last time I saw 5 horses that could be on the lead. That's what we're looking at here. I mean, everything is kind of pointing towards the direction of the 7. Right now, I'm in 3rd place in the tournament. Here's a look at the leaderboard. And that's yours truly right there, 10 points behind Brian O'Kane, who had the 7 last time out. That was the horse went off at 6-1. So some good players, man. There's some really good. Look at Michael Bachuk, who won the NHC. Who else is on this board? Dylan Donnelly. He's solid. There's Paul Sherman. I mean, some good players here. Evan Traumer always seems to be at the top of the leaderboard. So I didn't put in a pick for the 8, Belmont 8, because I don't know what's going on yet. Let me know if I miss Belmont 8 and you see them get on the track, do me a favor and let me know. And what's up, Karina? We are. It's good to have you here, though. They're at the gate almost. at Monmouth Park. I decided to go with the 7 horse, Rob the Rich. And let me take you over to that past performance. There we go. There's the look at our race view. Gulfstream Park's coming up shortly as well. And at Gulfstream Park, I used the 5 horse. So riders are up. Okay, thank you, Alan. There's so much speed. Now, there's an old saying that speed kills speed. So if one of these horses was to clear, like maybe the 6 horse, but it's 7-5, like certainly the 6 could clear. Certainly. I hope it breaks slow. I hope it breaks slow. If they do, okay, so they're on the turf. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna just take a chance at Belmont 8. I'm gonna do the 7. I'm gonna take the price. Although I like the 6 probably best, I'm gonna take the 7. Main track muddy, but turf firm. Yep. Thank you, Jay. Okay, guys. So Monmouth right now, rooting for the 7. I don't know. Believe me, I like that 6 horse, but I'm looking at the 7 closely. 6 looks very good, but if the 6 does not break perfect, it won't win this race. You got a 1-9 first-time starter home. My oldest daughter Erica and her aunts and her mom were at a fish place eating in Los Alamitos, by Los Alamitos racetrack last night, and Bob Baffert was there with his wife and their son. So 6 broke good, which I don't like, but look at that speed. Really, I mean, but you see the post position the 6 has and why that horse has an advantage, right? 4 broke terrible. No. 1. And that's the EquineEdge long shot, 20%. And the horse can rate. Yep, nice job. Arroyo did a good job on the rail. And that was the EquineEdge long shot that won the race. Faced tougher last time out. And I think that's bad handicapping on my part, actually. I think the 1 should have been the 1. I should have been able to see. Look at 5-2, 20%. EquineEdge long shot, good GSR, and the horse can rate. I think that was a bad call on my part. I think I got caught off by the rail. Yeah. I think that's bad handicapping on my part. And Gulfstream Park went off, and is that the 5 that won the race? That's the horse we had, right? That is the 5. All right. Look at that. We did get that one. Darn it all. I really messed up on that one, the EquineEdge long shot. But what does 5 go off at? Okay, well, that actually is good. The 5 went off at what? Oh, 3-5. All right. Well, it's a winner. EquineEdge long shot got second. And then now we're on to Belmont Park's already off. Can't keep up with it. They're all at the same time. All right, so we got Belmont right now. So I have the 7 horse here. But the 7 horse literally is 10 wide. And the 7's coming, but you can't be that wide. Here comes the 2. Don't want that horse to win, and it's going to. All right, that's going to help a lot of people by that 2 horse winning. So Stella Mars.
Number 5, Alternate Rock, snatches victory from the jaws of defeat. Second, number 6, Pocky.
Wide, Super Cohiba. Driving up the rail is Guns and Rojas, and also racing handy as they take the turn, Luck Makaza. And in behind them, Call Kurtz now about 7 off the lead. And Argentium on the inside, back second last is Curlin's Ghost, and a length away last of all is Embrace My Uncle. Relaxing in the lead, Kerouac, and pops the neck down and is showing it at the moment at a very leisurely pace after bursting out the gate. And so out in front, controlling the speed here is Rafael Hernandez on Kerouac by a length to Midnight in Malibu. On the inside, Cruden Bay. A length behind them, Prince of Ayrshire, Super Cohiba. On the inside, Guns and Rojas. Caught a bit wide now, Call Kurt around the outside of Luck Makaza. Then Argentium, and nudging up in the center is Embrace My Uncle, and last Curlin's Ghost, but really playing into the hands of Kerouac here. Kerouac still at the half mile by a length to Midnight in Malibu, and Cruden Bay, who's had a nice trail on the inside. 2 lengths to Super Cohiba, setting sail after the trio. A length and a half away, Guns and Rojas picking up. On the outside, Call Kurt is running into it. Curlin's Ghost takes off around the outside with Luck Makaza the center. They're making ground. Behind them, Embrace My Uncle, Prince of Ayrshire, and last Argentium. Down to the quarter, and Kerouac in front. A length, Cruden Bay angling off the inside. Trying to run home, Call Kurt right around the outside, the grey. And as they come for home, it's Kerouac, the stablemate, in front. And Cruden Bay coming now. Down the outside is Call Kurt. It is Kerouac, a length to Cruden Bay. And down the centre, Call Kurt is finishing on. Kerouac in front. Kerouac, a length and a half to Cruden Bay. And inside the final 16th, Kerouac put them to sleep early and has knocked them out. Kerouac by a length and a quarter. Cruden Bay second, 2 lengths away, Call Kurt third, and then Super Cohiba.
10-1-6 at Woodbine. Let's see what that. Top pace number. Look at the pace advantage for this horse. Yeah, they are. Wow. Nice get. All right, you guys, I think I'm going to call it. But that was fun. Thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate that. Big shout out to Brian, producer Brian, hanging with me today. Last minute show. This was all last minute. So big shout out to Brian and Anna for putting this together, and for you guys. I really appreciate you coming in and being part of the show. There was a lot of chat going on today, a lot of booms today too, and I'm super grateful for that. And hopefully you guys had a really fun time and you have a good rest of your Sunday and a fantastic week. Stay safe. We appreciate you here at EquineEdge. Okay, and thank you very much, and we'll see you later. Bye bye.